Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you.
Tonight, on the Midnight Train podcast, we're going back to true crime and talking about the unfortunate, unsolved case of the alphabet murders, also known as the double initial murders, where 3 children, yes, children, were murdered. This might be a tough one, folks. Listener discretion is advised. Don't say we didn't warn you, for, like the 107th time. All aboard.
They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease and pus pours out like melted cheese.
Hello, passengers, and welcome to the Midnight Train podcast, where we bring the dark to light. What's that mean? Well, you guys know what it means, because listen, you've been here before. You've been following us for like over 100 episodes. You're like, we know what it means. And
but
for the rest of you,
what about the people that
are new?
Yeah.
Well, we like to joke about creepy stuff.
Okay.
And bring you as much information on each topic as possible. That's what we do here.
Is it?
Yes. I am your host, the conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer.
Okay.
And with me are my co-hosts, Mr. Moody and Logan. Look at these guys.
Hello. We're so excited.
We don't get no applause today.
No, nothing today.
What? You're fucking slacking.
We don't deserve it.
I think we do.
No, we don't.
I think we do.
You know why we don't deserve it?
Why?
Because the people have told us we don't deserve it.
No one said that. Okay, one guy. That one guy said something.
There was actually two
guys. Two guys. Well, you know what?
We're just gonna
Fuck
count as one.
them. How's that?
All right, well then.
There you go. That's perfect.
That was actually, I really wasn't even trying to do that. That's funny.
That's perfect.
Anywho.
So you beautiful bunch of dark passengers know that we're just a bunch of musicians and assholes that love history and cannot get enough of the mysterious unless you're new. And if you are new, you're in for a treat.
Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, well, that's true as well. Well, I've noticed that because there's so many podcasts out there.
There's a lot.
People are always finding us.
Good.
And whether they're finding us through new or old, you know what I mean? Like they're always finding us. So it's super cool. And we're always looking, every day, to see.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you. I don't know the words. Anyway. But thank you so much for watching, because we're live streaming on Twitch right now, which we're going to be going back and forth from Twitch to YouTube, and then we're going to condense them, and they're going to be streaming on both eventually, right? At least that's the plan. I hear from that guy over there.
Yeah, that's what the tech guy says.
Yeah, that's what he says.
If it doesn't have anything to do with like a soundboard, then I got nothing. So.
Yeah,
and you can't even do that.
Ooh. So listen, your reviews in support. I said report. Your report A+.
Don't report us for stuff.
Yes, don't report us
unless it's for being awesome.
We've had enough of that. Yeah, we're good. Anyway, it does make all the hard work worthwhile. And in saying that, please stop over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening right now and give us a 5-star review. Which most places you can't do that unless you go to Apple Podcasts for some stupid fucking reason. Anyway, it does help out for some odd reason. You can leave any review you'd like. In fact, today you can say Moody looks like a cherry tomato.
I am sunburned as fuck.
Yeah, dude, you walked in, I was like, oof.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I'm going to attract moths at nighttime right now.
Yeah. Dude, when it starts peeling, it's going to look like, it's going to be fucking horrible.
I can't look anywhere.
But the fucking sunglass line's pretty dope.
Like that?
Yeah.
I was wearing my American flag sunglasses.
Your nose is all.
Oh, it's brutal.
Your nose.
It's brutal. It hurts like a motherfucker.
It does
already.
So anyway, leave a review. Say something about Moody and his redhead. You can also find us on Spotify and iHeartRadio by typing the Midnight Train podcast in their search bar and clicking the follow button. You'll then get each episode as they're released. And Patreon subscribers just received a new bonus where we did what did we do, Logan? My brain is
Greenbrier Ghost.
The Greenbrier Ghost. That's what we did.
That, yes.
And that was actually.
Did you do another one after that?
We did, and it's coming out. It'll be this Thursday for the listeners right now.
What was that one?
That one is kind of a surprise.
Yeah,
it's kind of a surprise.
Kind of a surprise.
Not completely, but kind of.
It won't be to some people.
One guy.
Yes. Me. sweet. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, it's kind of a surprise and it'll be cool. So if you guys want those bonuses, there's a ton of them over there now. Sign up over at patreon.com/The Midnight Train Podcast, or head over to themidnighttrainpodcast.com. Pick up some really cool merchandise while you're over there, and sign up because it's fun. And for like $5 a month, you get all kinds of bonus stuff. And yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. And you help us out. You help the show out. Help us to fix Logan's mic that broke today.
Yes.
Yeah. So that happened.
Wasn't my fault. It was
I've
me.
never known someone so ugly they could break a microphone.
You talk about break shit all the time.
Well, yeah, that's
I'm
not because
uglier.
I'm ugly though.
No, me. I said I break shit. all
Oh,
the time.
yeah, that's because you're too sexy.
Thanks. Thanks. So listen, speaking of Patreon, we have decided that once we hit 100 producers, we're going to start giving 10% to a specific charity that we will announce every month that
Yes.
our Patreon subscribers get to choose.
Yep.
All right. So get bonuses, give to a good cause. Sounds simple enough. We also, just started our Patreon only Facebook page. So if you are a Patreon subscriber, you should have received a special invitation to join that. And it's just for our superhero, amazingly beautiful, fucking wonderful
And
Patreon
if you are a
producers.
Patreon subscriber, you haven't received that yet. It's because we don't like you.
What?
Oof.
Oh, was I not supposed to say that?
You're not supposed to say that.
Sorry, we're getting there. We're getting there. It'll be there shortly. Just
Right. Plus, as a lot of you guys know, we do have a lot of fun on our official Facebook group page, the group one, not just the private one. I know there's so many of them going on. So sign up over there too. We do have a drinking game where every time we quote a movie throughout our entire story, you have to take a drink. And so do we, which is cool because we have a little bit of, what do we got today here, Logan?
Oh, it's just
In this
the
glass.
deliciousness. It's Knob Creek.
Ooh, the old Knob Creek.
Maple.
It's what?
Smoked maple.
Smoked maple from Knob Creek. I'm going to take a little sip now. There,
Yeah,
you guys ready? Look at that.
Well, this highbrow shit. You're my
Mhm.
fucking tall boy highlight.
It is
baby.
good. It is good. So yeah, and make sure to subscribe to both our YouTube and Twitch streaming services where we live stream the show and we're trying to get the kinks out. And hopefully you guys are watching us right now. And if you're not, you're listening to us right now, and that's all that matters.
If we do it on Twitch too, John can get in some really skimpy clothing.
Yes.
Yeah, I found this one piece that I
yeah.
think would be great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Shows
right.
off the cleavage.
Yeah, but except the nipple area is cut out.
Oh,
Even
nice.
better.
Does it lift and separate?
Yes.
Do you
Nice.
still have
Yeah.
the hair?
Yeah. Oh
Or
yeah.
Did you,
All the hair.
You got the. Oh,
Dude, I doubled up the hair. What are you talking about? Real men, bruh.
bro, man,
That's
bro.
real men shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm incredibly horny. Right now.
All right, so let's turn down the lights, adjust our
Ooh.
seats, grab a drink, and let's get spooky. But first, here's a toast to all you beautiful motherfuckers. This should be our intro.
Every time.
It's just tough.
It gets you
And
going.
then ready? We're getting y'all hyped up today. Back to true crime. Horrible shit. Ready?
Dude, I hope people listen to this in their cars.
Hell yeah. It's so hard. God, I love that. Oh, I might change the intro now. I might just do that.
It's a good intro.
And then
man.
just boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that steak face. It's where you hear that and you go, mm. Can you see me on Twitch right now?
Yes,
Can you-
yes, yes.
Well,
I see you. Yeah.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
He's looking at me like, well, what's wrong with your face?
I think that all the time when I look at you.
Oh, it's sad. So, okay, listen, on today's episode, we are bringing it back to the world of true crime, or what Evan attempted to say. We're going back to true crime, but it's Evan.
Man, he's a dick.
He's also an AI, so it's kind of hard for him to adapt to our fluctuations in the
You
way
think
we talk.
once like AI goes like, you think Evan will help us?
Full sentient.
You think he'll help us?
I hope so, or he's going to kill us first. Like
Should we get a
Jarvis.
save from Evan stickers?
Maybe we should.
Sleep from
Who knows? He seems good so far.
Yeah, I know.
He hasn't flipped his script on us yet. I mean, there was a couple episodes where you like told us to shut the fuck up, but you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But what are you going to do?
Exactly. So if you're a regular listener, you know that we don't do a lot of true crime, okay? As there are approximately 1,742,657,301 true crime podcasts out there. Okay, there may not be that many.
It is my pleasure.
Wow.
Have
This
a
is
stellar
really boring.
performance.
Evan just jumped up. He said, "It's my pleasure." All right. Thanks, Evan.
That is not what was supposed to happen. See, I told you that fucking AI is going crazy. I didn't do it.
You'll also know that when we do true crime stuff, we'd like to touch on the unsolved crimes, okay? And if you're not a regular listener, you won't know this stuff, and what's your fucking problem?
Ho there, cowboy. Take it down a notch.
Sorry, Evan. Sorry, that was a little extreme. I apologize.
He knew we were talking about him.
Yeah, he's being chatty Cathy. I like it. All that being said, today we are looking at the alphabet killer, or also known as the double initial killer.
Okay.
There are some weird coincidences and crazy connections in this case, so it makes for an interesting one for sure.
Excuse me.
So the alphabet killer is so named for the fact that his or her victims all had names that were double initial names. Seems weird.
Yeah.
Right off the
and
rip.
the cities they were found in also had the same beginning letter.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
So first off, let's get into the lives and the unfortunate tragic deaths of the victims, because that's who matters in all this.
Yes.
The first victim we're going to talk about is Carmen. Is it Colon or Cologne?
Cologne.
Cologne. This one is nuts, as people essentially saw her abduction actually happening.
Yeah, this shit's
Oh,
crazy,
shit.
dude.
And no one did anything to help. But we'll get to that point in a minute. Carmen Cologne was only 10 years old when she went missing on November 16th, 1971. Fucking yikes. She was on her way home after running an errand for her grandmother, getting a prescription filled at the local pharmacy. She left the pharmacy empty-handed after learning that the prescription was not ready. Store owner Jack Corbin remembers Carmen's hurried last words to him, "I gotta go, I gotta go." So she was in a hurry, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And by the way, too, if you're a new listener here, you probably don't know, but all three of us are fathers,
Yes.
right? So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when I hear something like this, it immediately makes my gut hurt.
dude, my daughter's 8. She's close. She's 8 years
Yeah.
old. She's almost 9.
Yeah, I mean, my youngest
That
is
same,
she's going to be
you know.
14, but my granddaughter, my son Logan's daughter, is 6. You know what I mean?
You're a grandpa. you
I am a
old
grandpa,
fuck.
sexiest fucking grandpa out there.
No, you're not.
Okay, damn it. She was seen by witnesses entering a parked car nearby the pharmacy and was reported missing later that night by her family. So people actually saw her get into a car. They didn't know who it was and never seen
Yep,
it.
yep.
Ugh. Approximately 50 minutes after Cologne exited the pharmacy, scores of motorists driving along Interstate 490 observed the child naked from the waist down, running from a reversing vehicle believed to be a dark-colored Ford Pinto hatchback. Fuck. Frantically waving her arms and shouting in an attempt to flag down a passing vehicle. God
Oh, man.
damn. At least one of these witnesses observed Cologne being submissively led back to this vehicle by her abductor. Nobody did anything?
Nope.
The fuck out of here.
So I guess several people claimed that they called the police, but the police have no records of anyone ever making a phone call about it.
Okay, in saying this, I saw something the other day, and it's like, you know, those the videos or stuff where they'll do things to see how people react.
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw one where like this little kid was walking, and behind them, it was all set up, but somebody would like abduct the kid and go into a dark alley, and it would show people just walking by and seeing it happen, and they keep going. Would or wouldn't you not interject?
If I saw someone grab a kid and run into an alley, I'd be fucking run. I'd run after him.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm scared of seeing something like that because it's going to be a prank and I have a CCW. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw my weapon and go after them and figure out what the fuck's going on. Like,
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
see,
the first thing I'm going
that's
to do.
their own dumbass
then
fault
their
for doing
dumbass
it.
is
Like
gonna
either
get
someone's
shot.
catching an ass whooping or I'm catching an ass whooping.
Right.
One of the two, but I'm not going to let some
No, I'm
kid.
not going down fighting though.
No, there's no.
Fuck
I
that.
don't. And if it is a prank, then someone's going to doubly get their ass
Oh.
kicked for doing some stupid ass prank like that. So police say that more than 100 motorists saw this happening, and no one called the police or stopped to try and help this little girl. Fuck all of you. Experts attribute this to a thing known as the bystander effect, or Genovese syndrome. The bystander effect, or bystander apathy, is a social psychological theory that states that individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when there are other people present. Right, it's somebody else's problem.
Right.
It's always something. Well, I'm going to let them deal with it.
So
well, if they're not reacting, then I shouldn't
Interestingly
react.
enough, though, I did read. I was reading that there's a lot of more recent research has gone into this theory, like trying to prove or disprove the theory, and they're actually starting to find that a lot of stuff that was said about this theory is starting to prove wrong,
Oh, really?
which kind of blew my mind because it seems to me that generally that's the way it goes. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like that's a lot of the way. Like, well, somebody else probably called the cops already, so I'm just going to keep going. Fuck that.
But it's
this
also,
isn't my
too-
problem. I'm not getting involved.
But like I was kind of saying too, though, like not only is it that standpoint when you see something happen, but it's also like if you see people not reacting to the situation, then immediately you doubt if you should be reacting to it.
Yeah, because there's
You know
always
what I mean?
that second where you're like,
Yeah, like, wait a minute, what is that? And you look around and no one else is doing anything. You're like, all right, maybe I
Okay.
didn't see that.
maybe I didn't, maybe it registered weird in my head, but it's not really what I thought it was. or-
What we need is need more selfless heroes out there that are willing to freaking step up and do something. Even if you
Yeah.
fucking start waving your arms and screaming and make a fucking scene, you know what I mean? Or yell fire. What's that big thing that people say to do?
don't
Don't yell like rape or whatever.
Yeah,
yell fire.
Yeah.
So start screaming fire, like fucking fire. You know what I mean? Like whatever helps these and anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a child, a woman, a man, whatever. If someone's getting abducted or
start yelling
murdered.
free drugs, people come running.
Free drugs.
That's the wonderful thing about Ohio, though, too, because they have that law in place that if you do see someone that is
Free
actually
drugs?
getting, no,
Not yet.
But if you do see someone getting abducted or raped, you have the right to shoot and kill the person that's actually doing that. Like there's no law to fight you about that. I guess that's like your stand your ground law. I'm not sure.
They just passed that
They
recently.
literally just passed that.
And
yeah.
it's the Castle Doctrine. They just passed that here in Ohio, where
Yeah, if
where
there's someone,
it extends to your car now too. So it's
Good.
not just your house.
Yeah.
Someone tries to steal my car from me, I'll
You
shoot
can
him.
shoot them right in the
I'm gonna
fucking
shoot him
dick.
in the face.
Right in the
Dick's
okay
a good-
face.
Yeah, and we'll go with dick.
Dick. Yeah, because it's below the waist at that point, right?
Correct.
All right. So you're not trying to kill
You're
them.
trying to kill him. You're just
Right.
trying to slow him down.
I'm trying to make sure that motherfucker never gets a hard on again. That's what I'm doing.
Severely wound.
Yeah.
Infect the
So,
gene pool.
first proposed in 1964, much research, mostly in the lab, has focused on increasingly varied factors, such as the number of bystanders, ambiguity, group cohesiveness, and diffusion of responsibility that reinforces mutual denial. All right, that makes sense. The theory was prompted by the murder of Kitty Genovese, about which it was
I've heard
wrongly
of this story
reported.
before. It's fucking crazy, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was wrongly reported that 38 bystanders watched passively. So, passively, what happened to her?
So basically, she was on her way home from work, like late it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. She worked at a bar. She was on her way home from work, and some dude followed her, got out of his car, and as she was like trying to walk into her apartment building, dude ran up behind her, started stabbing her, and apparently. It was originally reported that 38 people saw, but I guess it's come out now that not that many people saw. But I guess somebody saw it happening and yelled out the window, like, leave her alone, whatever. Because she's fucking screaming bloody murder because she's getting stabbed.
Right.
So the dude screamed out the window. The guy got spooked and ran off, got in his car and left. And then, like, 15 minutes later, she had basically crawled into the little, what the fuck is it called? Like,
Sally Port.
yeah, like when you like open the first door, but then there's the locked door, like in an apartment complex.
Like the alcove.
So she
or
was
whatever
in
it is.
there, but
Yeah.
couldn't get into the locked door. And dude came back like 15 minutes later, saw like people
same
said
guy?
same guy said that people said that he was like walking around like looking for her. Apparently, found her like in this little area, stabbed her a shitload more times, raped her, and then she fucking died. And nobody did anything about it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I looked it up real quick, and yeah, she was a 28-year-old
pretty young.
bartender, and basically it stemmed the whole thing because of 38 people saying that supposedly saw it,
Supposedly 38.
which wasn't,
Yeah.
and then they actually caught the guy, and I'm not even going to say his name because fuck him. He was a 29-year-old Manhattan native. They found him 6 days after the murder for a house burglary. He confessed to killing Kitty Genovese.
Oh, I didn't even get. I didn't know they caught the guy.
He was found guilty of murder and sentenced to death.
Good, fuck him.
But it was later commuted to prison. But hey, or to life imprisonment. But guess what? He's dead anyway. He died in March 28th, 2016, at the age of 81.
I was going to say
52 years.
That happened That was like in the 60s when that happened. I think.
1964.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guess what? Fuck him.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Anyway, recent research has focused on real-world events captured on security cameras, and the coherency and robustness of the effect has come under question. More recent studies also, like Moody was saying, show that this effect can generalize to workplace settings where subordinates often refrain from informing managers regarding ideas, concerns, and opinions. Because I guess that's, I don't know, that's odd to me. I don't know.
Yeah. No one wants to rock the boat. You don't want to lose your job, so you're just going to say shit.
Fuck that. Rock the boat. Rock the boat. Rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat.
Don't tip the boat over.
We're gonna change it, and not change, but add to the drinking rule
Yeah.
that it's movie quotes
Songs too?
and songs.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's a good one
I
too.
like it.
So therefore,
Like it.
cheers to everybody. So yeah, every time we break into song, but it has to work. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It has to go with it.
No forcing the issue.
Right. So, whatever the reason, the fact that no one stopped or made a phone call to help this little girl out sounds pretty fucking ridiculous. It would be 2 full days before her body was discovered. 2 teenage boys discovered Cologne's partially nude body in a gully not far from Interstate 490 and close to the village of Churchville. This location was approximately 12 miles from where Cologne had last been seen alive.
Carmen Cologne,
Cece.
Churchville.
In Churchville. Gee, that's so fucking creepy.
Yep.
That's like something out of a fucking bad movie. You know what I mean? Ugh. Her coat was found in a culvert 300 feet from her body, but her trousers were only found almost 2 weeks later, close to a service road where she was last seen attempting to escape her kidnapper. What? The forensic examiner noted that Carmen suffered a fractured skull and a broken vertebrae before she was strangled to death. She was also raped, and her body indicated excessive fingernail scratches throughout, so she fought. And she fought.
No.
Oh, there.
She was scratched up.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? The viciousness of the beating and the scratches indicate an incredibly emotionally charged murder, perhaps an impulsive one as a result of her attempt to escape, which the other children did not manage to do. Jesus. Almost a year and a half later, on April 2nd, 1973, little red-haired Wanda Walkowicz, WW.
I believe it's Valkowitz.
Valkowitz?
Yeah.
Valkowitz.
Polish.
Aw. 11, she disappeared from East Rochester. Also, when returning home from an errand. By the way, yeah, this is located right in Rochester, New York, here in the United States.
Right
so for all of our folks out there in different countries and whatnot, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
So little Wanda visited a delicatessen to purchase a few groceries and was seen by the owner of the store walking down a major avenue at 5:15. Wanda was reported missing by her mother 3 hours later when she failed to return home. It's you know what's crazy too is that back then, I remember I was born in 1976, so I remember fuck off. I remember being able to go to
yeah, you just go to the corner store and get like smokes and beers for your grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on old man Sayer's tab.
My mom would write a note. Not even joking. I'd
Pin it
walk
to
up.
your shirt.
I'd not even pen. Just give me like the money and say go. And I remember Winston 100s.
Oh, gross.
She'd be like, so she would say, yeah, go get me a pack of smokes. And I'd go to the corner store. I'd grab like some milk. I was allowed to get like a candy bar or something like that. And I'd just go over and hand them the note, and they'd give me a pack of cigarettes, and I'd take it home. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
But I also remember being out until the lights came on. You know?
Yeah, come home when the street lights come on.
Go wherever you want to go. Shit's not like that. And this is the reason why that shit changed.
You leave in the morning, you come home at night. Like during the summers, that's all we did. I'd head out when I woke up, which was like 1 in the afternoon, and then I wouldn't be back until it was dark.
Yeah.
No one gave a shit.
That's it. So Wanda Valkowitz, here it's she going along with Wanda Valkowitz here. Valkowitz, that's so weird to say it that way.
Say it with a W. I don't care.
Valkowitz.
I think it's a V.
Wanda W.
That works.
Anyway,
Just call her Wanda.
detectives quickly jumped into action, orchestrating an intensive search on, to locate the missing girl. Approximately 50 police officers searched a wide area around her home, the store where she was last seen, and a nearby river where Wanda used to play. So that's where they went to go check it out.
All her usual haunts.
Her usual hunts. While the search was ultimately fruitless, several witnesses saw Wanda struggling to carry the bag of groceries, with 3 classmates recalling with clarity that they saw her brace the bag against a fence so she could get a better grip as a brown car drove past her.
I was reading somewhere though that they that was like one of the specific things that they mentioned, that like the store clerk specifically had mentioned that she had bought a bunch of stuff, and that because basically her mom sent her out because they need like dog food and stuff like that, dog food, cat food, milk for the baby, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
The what?
What?
The baby.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
And,
New shirts available, folks. The Hey Baby shirt is awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
And that was one of the things that he remembers is he's like, to make it easier for her, I packed everything into one bag. And they were saying that it was like she was having trouble carrying everything.
A little too heavy for her. Yeah. Okay. Well, the color, that brown car, is the same color vehicle that witnesses saw in the Carmen Cologne abduction. After setting up a tip hotline, police received a witness who claimed to have seen the young girl standing next to the passenger door of a large brown vehicle. Okay. large brown vehicle. I'm just going to pause real fast on that one. When we may talk about it, a Pinto is not a large vehicle.
No.
At all.
No.
Yeah, so that's kind of odd to me. I'm just saying, because earlier they said that it was a Ford Pinto.
Yeah.
Well, they believed it to be a Ford Pinto.
Yeah, well, that's not a large vehicle. Anyway, as she spoke to the driver, so they talked to the driver. Another witness that came forward said they saw a man forcing a young girl matching Wanda's description into a light-colored Dodge Dart on the day she went missing. The witness who originally gave the partial number plate returned to the police station several days after his original visit. The man had luckily come across the same beige vehicle he had stopped to help, but this time he was able to get a full license number. This led police to an unemployed petty criminal living with his family in Lyons, New York. The suspect was a good match for sketches given by witnesses. He had also been the owner of the beige sedan witnesses had reported seeing. Despite this, the suspect claimed he had nothing to do with the murders and that he had an alibi. The man's alibi was that he was job hunting all day long. Sure you were. After checking his account of events, telephone records appear to confirm his story, though it could just as easily been a family member using the phone, and his family also gave him an alibi. Police eventually released the suspect, who has never been named, after he passed a polygraph, because back then polygraphs were, oh yeah, that's completely admissible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we all know those are so good.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Right.
Only one day later, Wanda's body was discovered by a police officer in the morning at the base of a hill alongside the access road to State Route 104 in Webster, about 7 miles from her hometown of Rochester. The way her body was positioned seemed to indicate that she was likely thrown from a moving vehicle, her small, delicate body rolling down the dirty embankment to its final resting place. Jesus Christ. What? I want to fucking find this guy myself. Just like Carmen, she too was unfortunately and disgustingly sexually assaulted and strangled. Although, unlike Carmen, she was fully clothed and was strangled by a ligature thought to be a belt from behind, whereas Carmen was manually strangled from the front. She also appeared to have been redressed after her death, with the autopsy revealing traces of semen and pubic hair on her body. Jesus fucking fuck.
11 years old.
God. What? Ugh. Interestingly, several strands of white cat fur were found on her clothes.
This will come back into play later, by the way.
Nice.
Just remember that. Keep that in the back of your piece there.
Yet her family did not own a pet with white fur.
No.
Only 7 months later, on November 26, 1973, another 11-year-old girl went missing. Michelle Maenza, M.M.
Maenza.
That's what I said.
No, it's not.
Okay, Maenza?
Yeah.
Okay. Shut up.
I won't.
M.M. So, hold on real fast. I want to go back to...
Where Wanda Walkowitz was found?
Yes. Webster. That's fucking creepy as shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So Michelle Maenza failed to return home from school and was last seen by her classmates walking alone towards a shopping plaza located close to her school with the intention of getting a purse her mother had left inside a store in the plaza earlier that day.
So this story is like... This one sucks even more because, I mean, obviously they're shitty situations all around.
Right.
But like this one, the mom had gone to pick her daughter up from school. The school had never called her during the day to inform her that her daughter got detention. So she went to pick her kid up from school and they're like, no, she has to stay after school, whatever. But the mom like had to pick up other kids. She had all this shit to do. She's like, and they didn't live that far from the school either. So she was like, okay, fine. I'm going to leave. She'll be okay walking home. So like she was supposed to go pick her daughter from school, bring her home that day. And she decided that it was like one of those like, well, okay, it's one time she has to walk home. She'll be fine. We're not that far away, blah, blah, blah. And then the daughter decided that her mom thought she had left her purse at this store. So she's like, you know what? On my way home, I'm going to go stop and get my mom's purse for her. Like, it's all this, like, it sucks, dude. Because, like, the mom, like, how shitty did she, like, obviously it's not her fault.
The guilt afterwards?
But, like, why didn't I go back to pick her up?
Right.
Like, why, whatever. She went to get my purse. Like,
there's always
it's fucking terrible, dude.
It's always afterthought. You know what I mean? Ugh. A little while after she was seen walking to the plaza, a witness saw Michelle sitting in a beige or tan car that was traveling at high speed. The witness noticed that Michelle was weeping, so she's crying in the car.
Yeah.
Obviously not fucking happy.
Nope.
Hours later, another motorist saw a man standing by a large beige or tan car with a flat tire. alongside Road.
Limit.
Route 350 in the nearby town of Walworth. Mhm.
That's a drink, by the way.
Yes, that is a drink. Absolutely. That's Tommy Boy.
Yep.
Holding was that Tommy? Yeah. It was, or was
No,
that
Black Sheep.
Black Sheep, yeah.
Yeah.
Holding a girl he believed to be Michelle by the wrist. So some assholes got a girl that what looked like Michelle. When the motorist stopped to offer a hand, the man grabbed the girl, quote, grabbed the girl and pushed her back or
Like,
behind
did
his
one of
back.
these, like,
Yes. While also covering his license plate from view. The witness claimed that the man stared at him with an angry, menacing look that compelled the driver to move along,
Ooh.
although he did write down a partial license plate. Well, that's good.
Yeah, at least he got something out of it.
Did the guy he got a good look at the guy, though, right?
I assume.
Is that where we'll keep going. I have so many questions already.
Sketch.
2 days later, Michelle's small, fully clothed body was found lying face down in a ditch on a rural road in Macedon. 15 miles from Rochester. Like the other two girls, she had been unfortunately and disgustingly raped, strangled from behind with a ligature, and her body bearing bountiful evidence indicating excessive blunt force trauma. Jesus Christ! How do you go from A to B on that? You know what I mean? Fuck. Just the
I don't know,
brutality. Anyway, like Wanda, there was the presence of white cat fur on her clothing, while leaf samples in her clenched fists matched those in the surrounding area where her body was found, meaning she was likely strangled to death at the location she was discovered. Police also noted the presence of semen, which helped determine that she was raped by only one person. Fuck that person. God. Unlike the other cases, detectives were able to recover a partial palm print from her neck, although so far of little use. Oddly, her stomach contents revealed that she had eaten a hamburger and onion rings approximately 1 hour before she was murdered. This was corroborated by earlier reports of a girl matching Michelle's description eating at a nearby fast food joint with a white male with dark hair aged between 25 and 35, approximately 6 foot tall. So he fed her? They went and got something to eat together. Yeah. So those are the 3 unfortunate fucking child victims.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Child victims. The search began for suspects almost immediately after the first murder. All right. So next up, we'll talk about the suspects, in the car here.
Giant hunks of shit.
Yeah. There are some interesting people in this set of suspects. By interesting, we mean fuck them. So building on police investigators' theory that Carmen knew her killer, police strongly consider Carmen's uncle, Miguel Colon, as the main suspect. Miguel was Carmen's father's brother, and once her parents divorced, he formed a relationship with Carmen's mother, quickly becoming known as Uncle Miguel.
So basically...
Wait, hold on. Let me...
So, all right. So, Carmen's father died. Carmen's father's brother is Miguel.
Stepped in
and basically ended up being Carmen's mom's common law husband. So he was like kind of like uncle and dad at the same time.
Uncle Dad.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It is weird.
Yeah. There are several compelling...
This guy was a fucking monster piece of shit, by the way.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we have some compelling reasons why he is thought to have been her killer. Well, weeks prior to her murder, Miguel purchased a car that closely resembled the vehicle seen by witnesses reversing down the interstate chasing down Carmen. When investigators searched his vehicle after the murder, they found that it had been wiped clean, both inside and out. Convenient enough.
Not only that, he cleaned the fuck out of the trunk. Like, who does that? Have you ever cleaned the trunk of your car?
Nope. I mean, only when a gallon of milk exploded in the back of it.
What are you talking about?
I've never cleaned a trunk of my car ever.
Yeah, I had to. Well, I have an SUV,
aside from like a quick maybe like vacuum out, depending on what you had back there. But
yeah, no.
But
dude, this dude scrubbed his car head to like front to back, fucking in and out, scrubbed the fucking thing clean.
To add to the suspicious nature of the state of his car, again, the trunk was found to have been washed with an incredibly potent cleaning solution. So he didn't just clean it with spick and span. He picked something to clean the shit out of it.
Spicker and spanner.
Way more spicker and spanner.
Sounds racist.
That did sound racist. The second I said that, I was like, why does that sound racist?
You're talking about a guy named Miguel.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck you, dude.
I know, I'm a piece of shit.
God damn.
I'm not a piece of shit because I didn't know. And it's spick and span. It's a cleaner. They should change the name of that.
Especially these. I'm surprised no one's attacked them for that.
Yeah.
How dare you call your cleaning product spick and span?
Yeah.
That's offensive.
Cancel culture. Make sure you call us.
Who is
Spick
it
and Span.
offensive to? You? You white fucking suburban housewife?
Sorry, I almost spit out my whiskey.
Yeah,
But it's true, though.
That
It's
would have been
just,
great if it came out your nose. It would have burned like a motherfucker.
oh my God, that would have hurt. So the dealership that sold him the car confirmed to police that they didn't wash the car's trunk with detergent before selling it.
We didn't do it. Fuck, I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Listen, man, we sell the dirtiest fucking cars around this motherfucker, all right? We had
He
no-
actually might have cleaned up evidence from another murder. I don't know, man. It was pretty bad when we got it.
We didn't inspect the car. There may have been cocaine.
So one of Carmen's dolls was found in his car, which relatives informed police was not unusual considering that she frequently traveled with Miguel. Okay, so the doll being in the car, she's in the car all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, that could happen. Whatever. But the cleaning with some like potent ass shit, suspect. Seriously. Merely 2 days after the
You think?
Yeah. Merely 2 days after the death of his niece, Miguel informed his friends that he had to leave the country and head to Puerto Rico as he had, quote, done something wrong in Rochester.
Oh.
He left only 4 days after Carmen was murdered. Okay. All right. Seriously?
What? The fuck?
Right. That's what I'm saying, Evan.
Even Evan's pissed off.
I know. Well, investigators did travel to Puerto Rico to question Miguel in 1972. Local papers leaked this, causing Miguel to flee. He eventually surrendered a few weeks later and was extradited back to Rochester for questioning. Although we didn't have a credible alibi on the date of Carmen's murder and other circumstantial evidence, there was simply no physical evidence at the scene or his vehicle to link him to the murder. And
Yeah, because he fucking cleaned it all off.
so he was released.
Yeah. Fucking piece of shit.
Well, hey, some good news. Several years later, Miguel would actually commit suicide in 1991.
Hey, where we go? Hey, all right. Good. You know what? Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Unless he didn't do it, then, we feel bad for Miguel.
Nah, keep reading though.
Okay. After a domestic violence incident in which he shot his wife and his brother,
There you go.
who both survived. So he sucked anyway.
Yeah,
Even if he
yeah.
didn't
So
kill the
he-
little
you
girl. Yeah, he sucked.
You know what? The greatest thing that man ever did for this world is
Take
taking
his own
himself
life.
out of
Yeah,
it.
that's it. Remove yourself from the equation, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Many family members are still vocal about their belief that Miguel
Yep.
is Carmen's fucking killer.
So-
Sounds like it.
Even like during the investigation, they had a lot of tips come in from family members that were like, pretty sure it was this fucking guy. Like, I really want to get the.
And they couldn't build a case?
They had nothing. They couldn't get anything on him.
They had-
You can build cases on circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial, exactly.
Like, I don't understand.
Like, you know, the car being scrubbed clean top to bottom. the
People in
trunk
his
being
family
whatever.
saying he did
People in
it.
his family pretty sure he did it. He
Him
fled
bouncing-
fucking
yeah.
2 days or
Yeah.
whatever after. We're like,
Come on.
mm,
So next up, we have another giant piece of shit.
yeah, who's this guy?
Just weeks after the death of the final victim of the Alphabet murders, Michelle Mayenza, a man held a teenager at gunpoint.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's nice. The girl refused to stop screaming despite his repeated threats, so the man decided to flee and go on the hunt.
Good for her.
He went on a hunt for an easier target. Bitch. The man in question was a Rochester firefighter named Dennis Termini.
Well, see right there. His name is Dennis.
Dennis. At least it's not Todd.
Dennis is right there, though, man.
You think Dennis is up there with Todd?
Dennis is not. I apologize if your name is Dennis and you're listening.
I know a couple of decent Dennises.
I know.
Like
I
The
know-
Menace.
Yeah, so decent. His name was the Menace. Denny is short for Dennis, right?
Yeah.
And Denny is the guy that I rode down to his house when I was 4 years old on my big wheel and rode into his driveway and called him an asshole. And then I rode home.
You don't like Dennises.
I have like one friend that's named Dennis. It's Denny, another Denny. He's cool, but like,
He sounds so apologetic.
So, like,
He's like, he's cool.
but like, I mean, think about it. The majority of Dennises, like, the first picture in your head of a guy named Dennis.
is a
Yeah.
really big ass dude.
Yeah, that's
My cousin Dennis.
your
yeah.
cousin Dennis.
Yeah.
That's the first. I think honestly that
Like
may be the only Dennis I know.
creepy,
only Dennis I know.
big creepy fuckers,
And
man.
he's an awesome dude.
But he's a good dude.
He's
Yeah.
a good dude. He'll
Like
beat your
Dennis
ass, like,
Rader
real
was
fun.
that guy? Remember that guy?
Oh,
Was he
Dennis
the-
Rader. Yeah.
And then there was what is it?
Dennis Rader. That's BTK, right? No, he's the green.
Dennis Rader was the fucking.
the green.
No, he wasn't. He was fucking. God damn it! This is gonna piss me.
He was. Yeah, Dennis Rader. That was that was BTK.
Was it BTK?
I'm pretty sure it's BTK. Look it up real quick. I'm almost positive.
I get all my killers.
I know my
confused.
serial killers. My cereal killers. Cereal. I like cereal. That goes out to Jeff. He's a serial killer.
So
Serial
Was it
killer.
Are you going to go for...
yeah, he was a BTK. Okay.
Thank
I
you.
was getting him mixed up with somebody else.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So this firefighter, which is fucking crazy that he's a firefighter and yet he's doing this kind of dumb shit. Termini was a prolific serial offender known as, quote, the garage rapist. That sounds poignant. Who was known to have committed a minimum of 14 rapes of teenage girls and young women between 1971 and 1973. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, he was a huge piece of shit.
And they kept him on as a firefighter?
Well, they didn't know. They
I would
catch
probably,
him.
yeah.
It
probably
was one of those things where they kind of
Like linked it?
after. Yeah. He's also known to have owned a beige vehicle, similar in description to the vehicle observed by several eyewitnesses to the abductions.
Mhm.
On top of this, he lives roughly a block away from where Michelle Maenza was abducted.
And
After he was chased by police from his botched kidnapping, he was cornered in his car where he promptly did the world a favor. I'm going to read this
God damn
verbatim.
it.
And hold on. And shit himself in the head.
Ooh, he shit himself right in the head. Yeah, it happens, man. You know, it's just like those Civil War hotties, dude.
Oh, I'm dying. And shit himself in the head. Well, good. Fuck him. I hope
There should be another tidbit in there. Too,
I
right?
hope he fucking could shit himself again.
Yeah, I mean,
him.
technically, he probably shit himself.
Usually that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Well, anyway, he shot himself in the fucking head, so fuck him and bye-bye.
No, he shit himself in the head.
He shit himself.
That's taken right from the article.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, you copied and pasted this from someplace?
No, he shot himself. I'm an idiot.
Oh, that's so funny. A subsequent forensic examination of Termini's vehicle did reveal traces of white cat fur upon the upholstery. Wow.
Interesting.
Okay, so before we go any further,
Interesting.
here's where my mind goes. So he was convicted of 14?
Yes.
14 rapes, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Of teenage girls.
Correct.
These were younger girls,
Correct.
and only 3 of them that we know of.
Correct.
So I don't know. It just doesn't seem
Correct.
almost like it's not in the wheelhouse. Correct? Am I correct? You know what I'm saying? No, like
Yeah.
it just seems
yeah.
odd. It just doesn't seem like you would go
But-
from one extreme to another.
But there's always that evolution.
Yeah.
He could have started with older and then kind of started skewing young.
Yeah.
Because he thought maybe. Because listen, I mean, you heard on the thing, they said that he started trying to abduct a girl and she started screaming and wouldn't stop. So he wanted to go find an easier target. What's an easier target, a teenage girl or a 10-year-old girl?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who would you have an easier time subduing, controlling, whatever?
Right.
So,
Well, yeah, he wasn't that cool. He did shit himself in the head. So,
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
he was a giant hunk of shit himself in the head.
In January 2007, Termini's body was exhumed to obtain a DNA sample for comparison with the semen samples recovered from Vakovic's body, little Wanda. The results of this test confirmed Termini was not responsible for her murder. Despite this, he still remains a plausible suspect in the other abductions.
It's so weird though, because like the white cat hair thing is just strange.
Yeah.
Like the same kind of car, the same white cat hair.
Did they test the cat hair?
Yeah, that's about that.
I don't know if they did that, like to make sure it was the same hair or not. But it's such a weird coincidence.
Yeah, because you could do that. You can go in now. You can freaking find an animal's DNA now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
no,
what I
I
mean?
know, but I'm
There's
like,
been cases where that's happened when they've.
and I don't
Yeah.
know if they compared the hairs to see if they were from the same animal, like because even back then, like it was harder. But like you could have determined, like, yeah, it's they're both cat hair, or they're both whatever, like they're very similar in structure, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. It's either way. It's fucking weird. It's such a weird coincidence.
Beyond coincidence. Yeah, that's one of those beyond coincidence. Like you got a fucking
Same kind
serial
of car,
rapist.
same color car, like same fucking. They found white cat hair, like it's. But then the fucking DNA doesn't match. Like,
Could it? Did anyone happen to see multiple suspects, or was it always just one person?
I don't know. I never read anything about possible multiple suspects at one time. Like 2 people in a car plus a little girl. Like I never heard anything about that.
Did this fucking douchebag and the uncle douchebag, did they happen to know each other?
Not that I saw.
See, these are the things I would. God damn it. Anyway.
I could. It doesn't say.
No,
didn't
not
say
you,
anywhere.
not
I
you.
feel
I'm
like
saying-
I feel like if they did, that was something that would have been brought up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
oh,
guess that's
by the
true.
way, they played poker every Friday together too.
Jesus.
Right.
That's a wrong choice of words. Anyway.
You took it there. I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah. Another
I do.
interesting
That's
suspect
bad, though, yeah.
is none other than Kenneth Bianchi. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, you will actually hear about Kenneth Bianchi in the upcoming bonus. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we talk a little bit about him.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
Just a skosh.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
Well, okay, so we're going to assume that you guys know who Kenneth Bianchi is, but for those who don't, just Google the Hillside Stranglers. Yeah, that's easy. Piece of shit. So before Bianchi
Yeah.
headed to Los Angeles and committed the Hillside Strangler murders, he lived in the area of these murders we're talking about here, and worked as an ice cream vendor. While he was
I'm your ice cream man.
stop me when you're passing by.
Da, da, da.
I'm your ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by.
You guys should reenact Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, dude.
Get all my flavors again to satisfy. Come on now. Sorry. Wow.
That's drink.
That is a drink. Yeah, that's a drink. Sorry. And that's also David Lee Roth, motherfuckers.
And also going back to the Hillside Stranglers thing, for those who don't want to Google it, you guys could just be Patreon subscribers and check it out when we drop it.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting it out there.
You could.
You could. You should.
Should.
Yeah.
You should.
I mean,
yeah,
should.
Yeah, you should.
I'm just saying.
www.com.
So while he was never charged in the murders, he remains a suspect. He was known to drive a car similar to the description given of the car involved in the Alphabet murders by witnesses. Bianchi would, I hate this word, vehemently,
Vehemently.
Vehemently.
Behemothly. Wow.
that he denied it strongly.
Vehemently.
I said that.
Say it. Vehemently.
It.
V
The
E
uck. You.
vehemently.
I got it. Vehemently.
There you go.
See, I said that. Vehemently. Anyway, he denied any involvement in the case.
Behemoth?
Yes. He repeatedly asked investigators to officially clear him as a suspect.
Come on, man. I didn't do it. Just come on.
But they did not. Hey, come on, guys.
Come on, dude. Please, bro.
Come on. Listen, I'm going to go out to
Look,
L.A.
I know I killed 14 other broads out here in L.A., man, but like, no, I didn't do this.
yeah,
Just take my name off the list, bro.
You know
Cross it off.
You know what's crazy, though, is that he was already a suspect in a multiple murder case before he moved to Los Angeles to commit multiple murders.
Yeah, the guy was a fucking giant hunk of shit.
That is
He should have shit his
just
brains out like that
wild.
other guy.
But can you also... he should have shit his brains out. So... Can you imagine, though, being the detectives and stuff that are working on this case in New York, and then you find out about the Hillside Strangler case, and
Yeah.
this motherfucker was in your custody at one point in time,
Yeah.
and he went and did that?
Yeah.
But that probably happens a lot. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if the shitty thing is, if you don't have the evidence, you can't hold them.
Yeah.
You can only do so much, and if
Yeah.
you don't have shit on them, it's not necessarily your fault. If there's nothing to tie him to anything, like, what are you gonna do? Like, even if you fucking know that this person did it,
Yeah, you got to have proof. You have to have proof. And
At
that's the
least
thing that
something,
sucks, too.
man.
And listen, unless I am pro good cop, I'll be the first one to say that. I don't care if that's a trigger for people or whatever. I'm pro good cop because there's a lot of bad cops out there, but there's also a lot of bad doctors out there. There's a lot of bad truck drivers out there. Chainsaw.
there's a lot of really shitty podcasts out there.
There's a lot of bad podcasts out there. Yeah. So, but it's got to be so fucking hard knowing that you're staring at the fucking guy and you know in your heart of
You
hearts,
just can't do anything
you
about it.
know damn well, and you've got nothing.
Yep.
You got nothing.
Right on.
Fuck.
That's like every week I look at our fucking scripts and I'm just like, we got nothing.
Son of a bitch. So the last suspect we're going to talk about is a guy they called Crazy Joe.
Crazy Joe.
Crazy.
I wonder if he owned a car lot. Come on down to Crazy Joe's.
It's Crazy Joe.
The prices are so low, it's crazy.
Wild wondering, what is it? The
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yes, there you go.
That's 2 for 1, by the way.
It is.
So Joseph Nasso is a convicted serial killer and serial rapist sentenced to death for the murder of 6 women in California.
I can almost accept someone being a serial killer over someone being a serial rapist. Like legitimately.
It's way too intimate.
Well, because the numbers are also different as well too. Like when it comes to like serial, I'm not saying that we should talk down about any of that stuff, but like when it comes to serial killings, it's usually lower numbers versus rapes. Like there's so many more serial rapes that happen.
Yeah, because they don't get reported as much, and
Right.
like people think they can get away. It's just like there's just like you said, it's more like
it's way too personal.
like if you kill somebody, they're done, they're over. It's like
And it's a
their life
horrible
is-
thing. It's
but,
horrible.
like raping somebody is like, to me, they gotta live with that shit.
You are taking something away from someone that they will never get
You're
back.
taking someone's life away, but
Forcibly.
making them live through it.
Correct.
Is
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
doing.
You've killed them on the inside.
It's fucking. It's awful,
It's,
dude.
it's one of the worst things ever.
Ugh.
And if you, I don't even. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get.
shouldn't.
But
Shouldn't.
I mandatory castration. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
Fine
Anyway, his crimes spanned between 1977 and 1994. Nasso has been one of those killers who seem to take pride in his work. Fucking twat.
Yeah, this dude's a
So
fucking-
much so that he had a rape diary
He did.
containing gruesome details of the victim's death. And that wasn't all. He had a list, better known as the, quote, the list of 10 of his 10 murders that he seemed insanely proud of.
There's actually a documentary. I didn't get the chance to watch it, but there's a documentary called The List of 10 that's out there. So if you're interested, you can check it out.
I'm not sure if I've ever heard of this guy. And I'm
didn't-
really up into like.
I didn't hear
that
about
sounds
him.
weird, but
I didn't know about him until this.
I don't know if I've ever
I'd
heard
never
of him.
heard of him until this.
That's crazy. While the details of the list were vague for the layman, it was a reminder of his work for Nasso. He led a life as a photographer with a penchant, or a penchant, for clicking pictures of dead women, especially those he killed, and had quite the collection. Nasso lived in Sacramento between 1999 and 2003 and finally settled in Reno, Nevada in 2004. He was arrested in
He
2010.
just loves shitty places to live.
Pretty much.
Rochester, New York, Sacramento, and Reno.
Hey, hold on a second. I actually like Rochester.
You would.
I do. I like right. I
You
spent
fucking would.
some time out there. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun place. It's little. It's a
If
little
you're
spot.
a serial killer, apparently.
I mean, things. Anyway, keep going. So
Uh-huh.
it was quite the body count he stacked up. Roxanne, or Rox. Oh, that's a weird way to spell Roxanne. Roxenne. Would that be Roxanne or Roxine?
I'm not sure. I didn't hear a pronunciation, to be honest with you.
We're gonna say Roxanne.
I thought it was Roxanne personally, but
Yeah, Roxanne Ragish was found dead in 1977.
Roxanne.
Ragish. Oh shit!
All right. All right.
Double R.
All right. Well, just keep going. Keep going. We'll see what else we got.
Oh my God.
Who's next?
In 1977, after her body was dumped near Fairfax, she was strangled to death.
Strangled?
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
This was followed by Carmen Cologne in 1978. This one was-
Carmen Cologne, huh?
yeah, well, Carmen Cologne. That's the girl. It's from
It's
earlier.
not the same girl.
What?
It's a different girl in California.
Holy shit! What?
He killed somebody named Carmen Cologne in California. It's not the same Carmen Cologne.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fucking extremely crazy.
Yeah.
Then there's Pamela Parsons.
Hey, Pamela Parsons.
Was a waitress who was found murdered in 1993.
Hmm.
3 of those 4 fit the same pattern as New York.
And then
Double initials, yeah, of course. So he drugged, raped, and strangled these women before dumping their bodies. He was also convicted in the murder of another double initial murder of
Yeah.
Tracy Tafoya.
Oh,
All of this is pretty similar to what went down in New York.
interesting.
Another
He strangled
victim
him, huh?
would be identified from his book, Sarah Dillon.
Yes. Apparently, she was a big Bob Dylan groupie.
So she changed her name.
Yep.
What was her real?
It wasn't a double initial.
Ah! Dude, my
I
mind's
thought
gonna
the
be like,
same. I thought the same thing when I first read it.
I
was
would have
just
shit
like,
my head all over the
I was
place.
like, she changed. It was like she changed her name from. I'm like, oh, stoked. Not obviously not stoked. That she,
right,
whatever.
right,
But like,
right.
I was like, oh shit, is it gonna be like that's a fucking deep cut then? If you knew she
Yeah.
changed her name, like,
But this almost
Yeah.
seems like a mimic almost to the point because they're the whatever happened with the 3 girls prior, they were poignant. I don't know, but they were very particular about where they dropped them.
particularly.
Where they dropped them off at though, that way it matched with the same.
yeah,
name, and these
no,
ones
that's
weren't.
true. I mean, I don't know. Does it say where their bodies were found?
One of them did, and it wasn't
The first one,
Fairfax. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Roxanne.
Yeah.
RR Fairfax. I mean,
That's not how that works.
No?
No, that's not
No,
how that works. So all told, 6 women would be connected to Nassau, but the other 4 in his book would never be
They
identified.
never figured out who they were. Yeah.
Nassau also had numerous pictures
So
of
they're,
women.
I mean, think about that though. They all those other 4 could have been more double initials.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
100%. So, okay, hold on a second.
Basically, in his book,
In his book, did
he had like coordinates and different things, kind of hinting
But
at
not
where
their names.
no,
Okay.
hinting at where the people were, and using those clues in his book. That's how they figured out, like, because they had found bodies of these women, and they were like, "That's the same place this motherfucker put here. It's the same place." Like they used all the clues that he had in his book to tie him to these murders,
So 6 of them they found.
and photos. There were photos of someone
And the
too.
photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a whole different level of fucking fuck you.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, he had numerous pictures of women in various states of undress, all seemingly unconscious, some of which were found to be his murder victims. Not only was Nassau linked due to the double initials of his victims and those in the Rochester alphabet murders, but also because his modus operandi was to offer a lift in his vehicle before murdering his victims, similar to how police believe the Rochester perpetrator enticed his victims.
Yeah.
Wow. Police were given further hope as Joseph Nassau was born in Rochester, New York, and lived there for many years, including the time period when the young girls were murdered. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Again, investigators were hopeful with this lead, but again, when the DNA taken from Wanda was tested with Crazy Joe, it was negative. Due to this, he had been largely written off as a suspect, but many still think he had something to do with at least one of the murders in New York. What the fuck?
One of my biggest questions about this entire scenario, this entire thing that's going on, is
Yeah.
how does this guy, first off, get to know that these particular women, children, whatever?
Particularly.
How does he know that they have the double initials? Does he do research? Does he follow them? Does he know people? Does he just walk up and be like, "Hey, yo, what's your name?" No, I want your full name.
Well,
You know
see,
what I
the
mean?
thing is, Logan. If you've been listening at all to this entire episode, they never caught the guy,
But I understand
so they
that.
don't know.
They don't know. But
Okay,
they were
so
able to
that's
link
where
at
we're
least
at right
a
now.
couple of them to some things that may or may not have particularly happened.
Particularly.
Oh.
Okay, first and foremost, have you ever seen Terminator?
Yes.
There's a phone book.
Yeah, but it doesn't
I'm not
have
that
the
old, so I don't
kid's
remember
name
that.
in it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have description as where they live.
Yeah, I don't know.
Excuse me.
Who knows? He may be like
I
stalking these fucking
assume
people.
that it was somebody from the area.
But wouldn't that be like your
That-
first thing that you would do is if they know that it's a double initial, you see a pattern almost that you would try and communicate people that person talks to or that person would know. You know what I mean? Like that'd be my first thing is to interrogate like everybody that the family knows or that person knows within family, friends.
Like to
whatever.
try to find like crossovers.
To try and find a crossover. Exactly.
I'm assuming that they did that.
Bullshit.
I would assume that they had done that at some point, but I mean,
Yeah.
who knows,
we don't
man?
know. We don't know.
Without
We don't know.
see, the thing that I was wondering is that so they have this DNA sample from Wanda.
Mhm.
It's been how many years since this has happened, right?
He
Are
could
you-
totally be tainted.
Well, no, not only that, but like you're telling me that this dude, whoever did it, could have been a woman. You never know.
Correct.
This person, whoever it was, well, I assume it from the DNA,
They
they,
said
know, they
semen.
know it was a man.
Yeah, they said it was semen.
Oh yeah, it's true. Whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I assume
keep going.
I assume that like you gotta assume that whoever did this has done or been in trouble at some point at other times. You know what I'm saying? Like, do they not have? There's no DNA from any criminal in the world ever.
Right.
This, you would think that they would be able to find some sort of match.
I mean, they've done
I don't know,
fingerprinting
man.
for years
Well-
prior to that. You know what I mean?
Well, fingerprinting, yeah, but,
the
I'm
problem-
like
it's
even
still
DNA.
DNA.
Now they, you're a criminal, dude. They fucking take your DNA.
Well, that's what a lot of cold cases do because technology, they leave it in a vault for
Yeah.
when technology gets better to go
But-
back to that shit.
But okay, you're talking the 70s here.
Yeah.
DNA wasn't even something they were thinking about at the time.
They knew about it.
So, well,
But they took
no,
samples. They
not-
still took like
the normal cop or the normal detective didn't know about DNA coming up. That shit didn't pop off until what, the 90s, where
Yeah,
DNA was starting
yeah.
to actually become prevalent and
late
usable.
80s, early 90s
Right.
is when it really
So
got.
we're talking the mid 70s here, where there may have been talks about it, but it was like us talking about the internet in like fucking 88.
What the fuck is the internet?
Drink up.
the
So
internet is a tool.
So what I'm saying is that a lot of the time, a lot of good cops and I'm not downplaying the other cops and saying they're bad cops for not doing this, but a lot of the good
They all
cops would be
suck.
like,
they couldn't figure it out.
well, they would take samples of
That's a
it or
joke.
whatever,
That's a
and
joke.
you know, they would hold it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they found samples like that, because you can still use certain things in, like, same with blood. Like, they didn't have DNA, but they could sample your blood and somebody else's blood and find things similar enough to at least cast that shadow of a doubt.
Right.
Like, well, it could have, like, this matches with this. It's the same. Like,
They could use blood
both come from.
types.
They both come from white males. They both
Right.
come from the, like, same with hair. For a long time, they couldn't get DNA off of hair, but you could take two strands of hair and put them together,
A follicle
and they
match.
have the same kind of makeup. They have
Yeah.
the same, like, structure, the same, like, you could tell that it was from a, you know, African American or Asian or Mexican or whatever. Like, you could
Right.
tell where it came from, and
Yeah.
you could match
It's kind
that
of like
up.
ballistics. It's the same thing. You
Like,
know,
so
they would
even
line it
though
ballistically.
you couldn't tell that it was from you,
Right, but there
it
was
fits-
characteristics that
it
fit.
fits for you as a person.
Right.
So, like, if they have other evidence, they can be like, and this hair matches his type of hair.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So even though it's not an exact,
Well, there's a reason that that serial killers were so prevalent back in the 70s.
it's because they couldn't figure shit out.
Because they did not have the fucking the scientific prowess that they have right now. You know what I mean?
That's why serial killing has gone by the wayside.
Yeah, like-
it's so hard to get away with shit.
Yeah, you
anymore,
can't
which is
get
a
away
good
with
thing.
shit. Yeah, it's a great thing.
I mean, people get away with murder all the time, but it's not. It's like one-off shit. Like, someone got shot in the middle of East Cleveland because,
right,
you know, that's probably going to go unsolved.
right.
But, like, serial killing, it's tough because
Yeah.
if you got the same thing, it's just it's so hard to not leave evidence if you've killed 7 people.
Right.
One of those 7 times, probably gonna fuck up.
Right.
And the problem is too is that like everyone's always like, well, yeah, he was a genius. He was a genius. It's so rare to find a quote unquote genius serial killer. Most of them are dumber than cat shit.
And half of them got so goddamn lucky that they didn't get caught.
Just luck.
It was just, yeah.
Speaking
Incompetent
of,
police work and fucking.
we do have a bonus coming up of current serial killers.
I'm working
don't we?
on it. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm working on possible currently operating serial killers.
I am excited about that. I am.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not-
gonna be fun.
I'm not on
It's
that
taking
list,
me
right?
a little bit. Well, I don't know. You might be one of them.
Oh shit.
There's one. There is. You know what?
Shut up. Shut up. I promise I've never killed anybody. Yet. So anyway, DNA was only able to be collected from the one victim, of course, like we talked about. And while the suspects mentioned did not match that, it didn't necessarily rule them out on the other 2.
Yeah, it's such a convoluted fucking
Right.
mess.
Some people actually think there were separate killers, with a popular opinion being that Miguel killed Carmen Colon and someone else was responsible for the other 2. This is another case that has fascinated true crime enthusiasts like myself and confused investigators for fucking ever. We may never get the answers we're looking for, but that will not stop people from looking and speculating, and it shouldn't stop you from doing research and checking things out, because
Yeah,
the
man.
only way we're going to keep these cases going is by people now going in and looking at it, especially if you're from that area, if you know someone related to it, if you know
Yeah.
whatever. That's why the unsolved stuff is so big to me, because there's a fucking chance that somebody today could potentially be the key to solving these
And
crimes.
that's the thing. Like, the crazy thing is, if you read, when I was reading about, like, that Nassau guy, like, everybody was so fucking excited when they caught this guy and figured out, like, wait a minute, he did this.
Right.
That girl's name is the same fucking name as this girl. He killed 4 women that had double initials. He used to fucking live in Rochester.
That's
like,
weird.
everybody was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then it's like they test the DNA and they're like, oh, motherfucker. Like, god damn it, dude. So, like, that had to suck.
Yeah.
Being so, like, you think you're there. You think you fucking got this. You're like, this has got to be the fucking guy.
Right, because how many other cases are going to be, or people?
And then the lab calls.
You know what I mean?
And then the lab calls. They're like, well, sorry about this one, buddy, but not the same guy.
Well, if it means anything,
Interestingly enough, I didn't read anything about them ruling out Kenneth Bianchi via DNA,
yeah,
which
That's-
I thought was weird.
that's
Yeah,
weird.
that
I
is
didn't
weird.
read anything about that. Like, did they not bother testing it?
Right.
You would think that they would have, right?
Yeah, they had to have.
But I didn't see anything about that anywhere.
Oh, by the way, real fast,
By the by,
Sarah Dillon,
Sarah Dillon.
the one who changed her name.
Yes.
She was actually born Renee Shapiro.
Okay.
So
Like Mark Shapiro.
as in Sarah Shapiro, SS.
Oh, I guess if you twist it that way.
Just saying, that's what her name actually was. She was a big Bob Dylan groupie or whatever.
So her name, wait, what was her birth name?
Her birth name was Renee Shapiro, but she changed her name to Sarah Dillon. So if you put those together, I mean, it's a far stretch.
It's a far stretch.
Fucking way far
In the
stretch.
mind of a criminal like that, maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
how
that's
he wanted
just
to
fucking weird. I just wanted to see what happened to fucking Crazy Joe. I see here that he got
I think
apprehended.
He's still alive.
I think so too. It says Nevada parole and probation authorities arrested Nasso in April 2010. During a search of his home, authorities discovered a handwritten diary that we talked about in which Nasso lists 10 unnamed women and geographical locations. On April 11, 2011, he was charged with the murders of 4 women. Whatever the other 6 women mentioned in the diary remain unidentified. So, it was 4 they found and 6 unidentified.
No, they ended up finding more.
Oh, they found 2 more.
Yeah,
it says right here, prosecutors found. Okay. Was convicted by Marin County jury or whatever. November 20, Marin County judge sentenced him. Aha! November 22nd, 2013, a Marin County judge sentenced him to death for the murders.
I thought
Fuck you, Joe.
I thought he was still alive.
He is on death row.
Oh, he's still on death row.
I think so. Nasso was also a person, however, was ruled out of the case in DNA, whatever. Yeah. So as far as I'm looking here, he is sitting on death row as we speak.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's still alive, but
because fuck that guy.
Yeah, isn't Bianchi still alive, or did they kill him?
We just talked about that too, and I don't remember.
I believe he died.
This motherfucker.
Did they put him to death? I think. He's old as fuck.
He's 87.
Crazy Joe's an old motherfucker, dude.
87, dude, and he's still alive. Yeah, it doesn't say if he's actually like locked up. I'm going to assume he's on death row because it doesn't say anything about like any appeals or anything like that. Yeah. So
Bianchi is still alive. He's currently serving
I was going to say, I think he might still be alive too.
Yeah, he actually got married while he was in prison, and we'll talk about that on the bonus, baby.
You got to be Patreon subscriber.
That's right. If
Seriously, I'm sick of not getting the bonuses.
Well,
one of these days I'm going to make you lose that shit.
We'll get you there. I'm pretty good about holding my shit in. We used to call it a snarf when we were kids.
That's constipation. Don't shit your brains out. Don't shit yourself in the head.
Can we just do a shirt and it just in quotes it says, and he shit his brains out, and no one know?
No, it's gonna be he shit himself in the head.
He shit himself in the head. Yeah. Yes, that's it. He shit himself in the head.
Shit himself in the head.
But like a quote.
Like,
just quotes.
Yeah, quotes. He shit himself.
It's a good conveation starter. Be like, what does that mean?
So, and on the back of the shirt should say the Midnight Train Podcast.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking, Moody? Where are you at on this?
Okay, so I like the theory. I'm partial to the theory that Miguel killed Carmen Colon, and that the other 2 murders were, I think, perpetrated by the same guy.
Okay.
And that I think that it was somebody in like a weird way that was kind of a copycat and was like Carmen Colon. They found her in that, and then they were just like, ooh, I like that idea. I actually, in my head, I think that whoever killed those other 2, the double initials, had killed and raped prior, and then picked up on that and was like, oh, if I do that, then they'll think maybe somebody else, like it'll kind of throw them off my track.
So what about the firefighter guy? Do you think he had anything to do with these victims? You don't think he was involved in it at all?
I don't know. I don't know, because the DNA didn't match with the one, and I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But the white animal fur,
exactly,
like,
the cat fur. That's
but it doesn't matter. So that also lends to the possible more than one person. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
The dentist dude could have been him, and someone else could have been like...
Right, and they could have been brought to another place because obviously they were traveling around with them, going and getting food.
Or it could have been like, I don't know if dude had like a roommate or a close friend that shared his car with him and like all that kind of shit. Like, you don't know. But... Because if that... I mean, you hear about what that dude's like. What kind of fucking friends does that fucker attract? You know what I mean? Like...
Stellar people.
Who knows? That's what I'm saying.
Probably amazing.
So I don't know if he had necessarily anything to do with it.
But the one guy was a fucking firefighter, dude. You're like a revered hero of people.
Dennis.
You know what I mean?
And like Dennis, dude.
So he probably hung out with like other firefighters, and who knows? Maybe. Yeah. Listen, that white hair. Did they say it was cat fur?
They said it was. At least the first one was cat fur. Yeah. So it was cat fur, and they said I think they were both cat fur.
I believe they were both cat fur, and that's what they were.
So you're thinking multiple.
But when they talked about Dennis, they didn't call it cat fur. They said it was animal fur. So I don't know. If that's, I mean, obviously,
I mean, Dalmatians.
Yeah, well,
at
that's
the
what I'm saying. There's a lot of
firehouse,
white
especially
dogs.
in the 70s.
There's a lot of white dogs.
Because back in the
Dags?
day, those were dags.
like Dags.
Oh, you like dags? Oh, you mean dogs?
Yeah, I like Dags.
I like dogs. Drink up from Snatch. It's a great movie. Anyway, where are you lining on this, Logan?
I don't know. I already kind of gave a lot of my opinion on
He
this.
stopped listening like an hour ago, dude.
I just woke up, dude. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was good. It was good. No, I don't know. It's hard to believe that they don't have any lingering evidence at all. Like, I understand that there's
Still got DNA, I guess.
they have DNA, but we don't know how
Have you been tested for this?
You want to test me right
Where were you in the
Where
70s?
were you when this was
now?
going
So
down?
you wanted the semen, right?
Whoa.
Well,
But no, I don't know. I'm I don't know. This whole fucking thing is just fucking blows my mind, and it's absolutely atrocious. But I don't
like if you break it down into its most basic components, like the amount of coincidences
That's exactly my point.
is
too.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
The whole double the letters of the names starting with stuff that is highly coincidental to me,
If
but
it's
like
not all the same person.
but like fucking super weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it almost feels like
You sound like the dude from Rendlesham Forest. Weird, man.
weird.
This is weird.
This is weird. Speed impossible. So I don't know. I feel that first of all, fuck every single one of these dudes.
Yeah, they were all giant hunks of
Fuck
shit.
them all. Fuck them all. And I feel so bad, but I want to find some sort of. I'm sure I'm not the only one here, but I'm just saying for me, we need to find some vindication for these girls.
Yeah, it
Agreed.
just sucks when shit
Yeah.
like that's the worst part is just not knowing. Like, you know what happened to them.
Yeah.
But
And
like,
they're fucking children.
yeah,
Children. You know what I mean? Like that's the part to me that when I heard about this this case or whatever, I just wanted to fucking like rehash this because a lot of people don't know this actually happened. And I'm like, fuck, man, I want to talk about this. I did not know about like the Joseph Nasso connection with it and stuff like that and that whole
hey, you know what though? Now you know.
now I know. And now everybody knows out there. And fuck that guy.
Crazy Joe.
Yeah, fuck him. So anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know where I stand on this. I feel like every single one of those guys, you know.
It's the fucked up thing is that every one of them is like a plausible suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. So what do you do? But
I honestly
okay.
think though, to me, I believe that Miguel killed Carmen Colon
Okay.
and then the other two were somebody else. That's what I think. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to
'Cause
talking about
I think there's enough circumstantial evidence. Plus,
For
like,
him.
dude, if your whole goddamn family thinks that you killed your
Right.
fucking niece, like,
yeah, niece daughter niece.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Ugh.
I feel
Ugh.
like. I feel like all the evidence with the car being scrubbed clean and the heavy duty clean, like all that shit, plus the fact that literally most of her family thinks that he did it, like that's a pretty good indicator that he probably did it.
But I also want to go back to, which kind of leads me to believe that it's multiple people, is that, again, when I talked about earlier, when they said that it was a large brown or beige car versus
A Pinto.
you can look at a Pinto and tell that is
Yeah, it
not
looks
a
like
large
fucking,
vehicle.
Looks like a gremlin almost.
Yeah,
that
like
same
a
body
pacer.
shape, like
It's
it's a hatchback.
Yeah, it's a small hatchback. That's all it
It's
is.
an itty bitty 2-door hatchback, and they're fucking.
Constant problems.
I think they made a wagon though.
Did they make a wagon? Or
They made a
Pinto?
Pinto wagon. I'm almost positive they made a Pinto
But
wagon.
would you still, in the 70s, would you consider that a large car?
A wagon?
A Pinto wagon?
Yeah, if it was a fucking station wagon, it's a big car.
No, because back then, man, you had like the fucking Deltas and shit like that. Like, you
Yeah,
had,
the actual boats. They
big-
put boats on
They
wheels.
actually fucking did.
Did they make? I thought they made a Pinto
That's-
wagon, dude.
did they make a?
It's gross.
Oh my
gross.
God.
It's only
Like, I
not
like the
gross.
Pinto for a second.
It's only not gross if it's like a Woody, and if it's box side.
Did you want to see a picture of it?
Yeah, give me. Let me see a
That's
picture of
your
this. real
Pinto.
Let me see.
And
Let me
for,
see it.
Oh, and it's mustard yellow, dude.
yes. And for the viewers,
Whoa.
that is it right there.
That's
Isn't it delicious.
Yeah, I mean that's a big car.
I guess if
it's
it's,
a
wagon.
4-door plus the fucking. Yeah, I mean that's a big car.
Okay, but just
But they didn't say it was a station wagon.
Right,
It's
and
just
those-
putting this out there,
Those are details.
that's kind of hot.
That's pretty raw. Wait, is that
like
that's a Pinto?
That's a 1980 Pinto station wagon with a fucking bug.
What is it got? Like a 350 in it?
That's what it looks like.
Holy shit!
Amazing.
That is a beautiful.
Yes.
There you go. There, it's a beautiful looking vehicle right there.
You hit the gas one time, that rear differential's gone.
I
Gone.
love when people do shit like that to cars like that. Like, what's the shittiest car we could fit a 350 in?
A Volkswagen
Pinto?
Beetle.
An 87 Neon.
That's why Gremlins were amazing because they had V8s in them.
Oh my god, yeah.
My dad had a V8 Gremlin.
Dude, the Gremlins were pretty badass, to be honest with you.
He had a purple V8 Gremlin.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Oh my God! What happened to that?
I don't know. It probably fell apart or something.
Dude, I had a neighbor back out in Vegas when I lived out there that had a who remodeled Volkswagen Beetles, like old Volkswagen.
He
Beetles.
turned them into like dune buggies and shit.
Well, yes, but he had one that was his side product that he was just trying to do some stupid shit
Side
with.
piece.
He dropped a big block in it. So when this thing goes,
Oh my
the engine's in the
God.
back. So when this thing goes, it's just like
There's no weight to it.
there's
Wait a minute.
no weight at all.
And the engine was in the back?
Yeah.
Ay.
The front end is
So, I mean, I
bouncing.
know. Yeah. Because Beetles had the engine in the back anyways, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
So there's no room to put in the front, I
there's
guess.
no room at all. Yeah, especially a big block.
You would have to
Oh.
Thing
cut
was sticking
out
out of the side.
Dude, it
the
was
whole
probably
time.
on back wheels just with the big block in it without even going.
and no seats
No.
at all.
Yeah, no.
Like
Yeah.
you're sleeping. You're literally resting against the motor.
And,
at the point.
and just the front was full of bricks.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
It was
boy.
insane. I've seen him fire it up one time, and you heard when he fired it up too, because that thing was the whole fucking time.
Dude, funny story. I had a Fiero, an
Yeah.
'84 Fiero.
Old
My
man.
uncle
What?
had. My uncle used to have a Fiero.
It had
dude.
the motor in the back.
Yeah.
It's like right here next to you. So in the front, it's just like itty bitty little compartment, whatever. So I ended up selling it to a guy. And no, I'm sorry. I did have a Fiero, but this was an EXP. Do you remember those?
Yes.
A Ford EXP. It's
Yep.
like the hybrid of a Fiero and a Mustang.
Yeah.
The old school 80s ugly Mustang, the box Mustangs,
Yep.
the shitty Mustangs. Anyway, sold it
Oh,
to a
ew.
guy. Yeah, did you see it?
Wait,
Did you see it? Let me see it.
the
You
picture.
Let me see
drove
it.
it with something like that?
Yes. It's fucking ugly. So ugly. Well, anyway, I sold it to a guy I went to school with, and he left the car running. It was a stick shift. He left the car running, and this is right here in Grafton.
Yeah.
And he left the car running, ran in the house real quick. It fell back into gear or fell out of whatever park, rolled across the street, hit the house across the street, caught on fire, and burnt the house down.
Holy fuck.
It was in the newspaper, and I'm like, oh my God.
Did he call you or was like, dude, what the fuck?
No, dude, it was like months after I sold it. Listen, done, son. You signed that paper. It's not mine.
Anyways, back to the Pinto.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know, man. It makes, to me, it sounds like it's multiple people.
Yeah.
That was a tangent. We just
Yeah, sorry.
No, yeah, it's
Kind of a
such a
car guy.
weird, like, if it's not, I don't know, man. Just, if you look at it as a series of coincidences, like, you couldn't script it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just insane.
No, it's way beyond coincidental to me. Like I don't get it. But I guess I keep going back to the fucking DNA.
Yeah.
Like, so
Because
nobody,
all those suspects were so fucking viable.
that
Like,
to me,
the other thing is, though, I don't know if they ever tested
Bianchi,
Miguel.
oh. Well, yeah, they could test him from his brain matter in the fucking roof of his
Yeah,
car.
he shit all over him. Oh, no, that was Dennis. Dennis shit all over himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though. Like, so I don't know if they ever tested his DNA. Like, if they had buried
They
him.
had to have.
I don't know. He was like the first one to go, I think, wasn't he?
Wait, who was the one that was exhumed? Was it Dennis?
That was Dennis.
Dennis was exhumed.
They
And
scraped the shit off of him.
okay, so yeah, I don't know, man. Unless
I hope after they tested his DNA, they just like threw him in a garbage heap because fuck that guy.
yeah, fuck him. Fuck them all. They should all be just thrown in garbage heaps.
It's like, all right, we got to put him back. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
but-
let's not do that.
But then I
Let's
feel
just
bad for the
fucking-
garbage guys. You know?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've picked up worse.
So I guess the DNA to me, it almost sounds like the DNA. It's not good. It's not good DNA.
Right.
You cannot say 50 years now. We're pushing 50 years on this.
Yeah. It was in the 70s.
That you haven't had a tangible click with that DNA.
What years did this take place?
74?
Yeah. 73 and 74, because you were saying that you were born in 76.
I feel like, okay, so if it was a Pinto,
Yeah.
that had to have been like a fairly new, because Pintos didn't come out till like 71-ish, 70?
72, 73, somewhere around there. So yeah, it had to be fairly a new car. Yeah.
So I feel like they would know if it was a Pinto.
It started in 71.
Pintos?
No. The when Carmen Cologne. The
So if it was a
10-year-old
fucking Pinto that they saw Carmen Cologne, that was like a brand new fucking car. Because I don't think the Pintos were around until like 71.
1970 is the first Pinto.
Okay,
There you go.
so they're like brand new.
So
basically.
But
yeah,
then again, they
like-
may not know what that is. But at the same token, though, a Pinto back then, like you were saying, that's a small car compared to a lot of the vehicles that were out there. So they would have never have said, "That's a small."
But see, they only said a Pinto in the first one with Carmen Cologne, and then the other two said it was a large beige like car.
But see, it also went from a brown Pinto to a large beige car, which is why I'm thinking
That's what I'm saying.
Those aren't they're separate events. Yeah, I think
That's
they're
what I'm
separate
thinking
events,
too.
yeah.
The fact
That's
that
why
they
I'm
just-
saying. Like, I feel like a Pinto being a brand new car and being a spectacular flop as it was,
Yeah,
the fact
people
that
would know what a fucking Pinto was.
right. But the fact that they're all beige though is
yeah. Well,
That's a fucking weird coincidence.
I
Is it a
think
cult?
I think that's coincidental. I think all that's coincidental.
a cult
I think,
there?
unfortunately,
how many beige cars are around in the 70s?
back in the
A
a
lot.
lot.
No, back then they liked
in
mustard. They
the, in
didn't
the
like
70s,
beige.
dude, like
Dude.
beige brown was.
Brown was like the color
Yeah.
for cars back then.
Brown, but beige. Oh, whatever.
They fancied themselves autumns.
Earth tones.
Earthy.
They like earth tones.
They do. They do. They love
Back
it.
especially back in the 70s.
It's very grounding.
Hey, man.
Getting back to Mother Earth, bro.
Listen, man. I really like that Pinto, but is it coming brown, man?
Look. I just want my cars to look like giant rolling turds, bro. Is that too much to ask, man?
Yeah, because I just might shit myself in the head one day, dude. And I wanted to be in a fucking Pinto.
I want my car.
that's my dream car. I want to shit myself in the head.
I want my
Fucking
car to look like my underpants.
That's right. I can leave skid marks in both, bro.
No one would know.
I want that. Anyway. So yeah, I think it's 2, and I think it's just a very unfortunate coincidence that Carmen's name was CC, Carmen Cologne. I think it's very unfortunate.
And I think that dude, the coincidence alone of 2 Carmen Colognes being killed, dude,
that's fucking crazy.
and that guy having ties to Rochester, like, come on,
and
man.
not even spelled identically.
And also, I think that one, when you're talking about DNA testing, that one, I think you could legitimately say that was maybe a degraded sample, because that was 40-something years after the case.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't know.
you never know, man.
I think that the one Carmen, that was her uncle that did it, and then I don't know, man.
That Nassau guy is a strong
I
suspect.
kind of put my
dude.
money on Nassau.
Yeah.
Dude was in the area at the time. He's from that area. He goes out there, does all this shit with all these other fucking people.
Even though the
There's just too
DNA
many
was
in the
fucking
same,
things that
the
link that.
DNA is degraded. Period.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's where I'm at on this. That's what I feel. We want to know what you guys think. You've listened to the story. You've heard what's happening with this. You've heard what has happened with it. The unfortunate
See, what had
incidents.
happened was
Yeah, what had happened? We heard about the demise of these 3 little beautiful girls and some motherfuckers out either floating around, hopefully with a bullet in his brain. Let's hope, right?
yeah, hopefully he shit on himself.
Or locked up for the rest of his fucking life, like Nassau.
Yeah, if it was one of those 4, good, because they're
Yeah.
gone.
And if not, we
If
need
it
to find
wasn't,
out
then
who it is.
Fuck me.
Yeah. So if you
Because
know
who knows how much shit they did after that.
Right. You know something? Say something. Period. Anyway, it's time for my favorite part of the show.
The end?
No, Moody.
No? Oh,
It's my favorite part.
I hope it's this one.
It's the movies.
Nope. I missed it. Hold on.
We got to label those.
It was labeled. I was just in a different screen.
It's your favorite part of the show, the movie review. Which top 10 movies will make the cut today?
All right. So we just talked about a horrendous story of kids getting killed.
Yeah.
And we need a palate cleanser.
So we're going to talk about movies from the year that a horrendous kid was born.
Ah, no, it's with my baby boy. Well, my oldest baby boy. You're still my baby boy no matter what.
I could be your baby.
It's with, whoa.
Hey, hey, baby.
This whole thing just took a weird turn.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Anyway,
We got to get that. We got to get that sound.
yes, we got to have that in there. Isolate that somehow for sure.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. So listen, we're talking about the 10 best horror movies from 1995, and that is when Logan was born. The year he was born. We're going to talk about the top.
Woo! I was
horror
15.
movies. You were what?
I was 15. So you were 37. And Chainsaw was 162.
Yeah. By the way, so Chainsaw stopped in the other day to open at the bar.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, by the way, fuck you guys. I'm not that old. I was like,
Your walker says otherwise.
yeah. we got to bring Chainsaw back on soon.
Your walker with tennis balls says otherwise.
So, all right. So we're talking about the top 10 movies from 1995, horror movies from 1995.
So this list, I feel like maybe left some out, but what would you like another
I would love another beverage.
another High Life?
Correct. High Life. from
High
Miller.
Life. We're
From
drinking Miller High Life.
Wait, was that Miller High Life?
Miller High Life.
No. Miller High Life.
Oh, Miller High Life.
Miller.
Dude, I
High
hear they
Life.
have
High
such
Life.
great beer.
They have fantastic beers.
I hear they do.
Logan, I don't know if you know this or not, but it is the champagne of beers.
It's actually champagne.
Did you?
Was that so stupid and funny?
Anyway,
Yeah,
Thank
champagne
you.
and beers.
keep tagging Miller out there, folks. We want that damn sponsorship. And all we want is free beer.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
We don't care about money. We just want
Dude,
free
we're
beer.
advertising and we don't even get anything right now.
Dude, we'll sign up for a 6-pack every week. That's it.
Hey, you shut up.
Six-pack?
I'll handle the fucking. All right.
6-pack of tall.
At least a case.
tall boys. Case of tall boys.
Case
Yeah.
of boys.
Because a 6-pack a week, that we'll go through that.
Or a cake.
We just went through a
Dude, a keg. Yeah, I'll bring the kegerator down here.
keg
I'll be
a
over
week.
every night.
Yeah, bringing a kegerator down.
I'll do
Also, remember
Snapchats.
to clip your 6-pack rings
Please
so
do
the
that.
turtles don't die.
That's
Save
right.
the turtles. Save them.
We cut them up every time.
Yes.
Good.
Same.
Absolutely. You got to save
You're-
the
you're
turtles.
strong, man. They can do that with your hands.
I like turtles. All right, so number 10 on this list of the best horror movies from the year 1995 when my beautiful son was born.
All right, now you've taken it too far.
Number 10 is Night of the Scarecrow.
Ooh.
You have either of you seen this?
I know of it, but I've never seen
I
it.
have seen a scarecrow at night.
You're an asshole.
So a group of drunk teenagers accidentally set free the spirit of a warlock, which possesses a scarecrow. The scarecrow goes on a bloody rampage, killing the descendants of the men who had killed the warlock a century before. A newcomer and the daughter of the mayor try to stop it before it's too late, and the warlock can reincarnate. Yeah, that came out on when you were born.
Okay.
That's-
Sounds like a great movie.
Nope. Number
I
nine.
mean, that sounds about on par for your birth, though.
Yeah.
Number 9, though.
Yeah.
All right. Halloween 6.
All right.
Wait, they already
Is
have
that the
sixth,
Curse of Michael Myers?
The Curse of Michael
All
Myers.
right,
Good
yeah.
job,
sixth
buddy.
one out by the time I was born.
Yes.
Holy fuck, that's an old ass fucking series.
6
It
years
started
ago.
in 78.
Yes.
No.
First one was 78.
Yeah, the first
78?
one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
6 years ago, Michael Myers terrorized the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. He and his niece, Jamie Lloyd, have disappeared. Jamie was kidnapped by a bunch of evil druids who protected Michael Myers. And now, 6 years later, Jamie has escaped after giving birth to Michael's child.
Oh.
She runs to Haddonfield to get Dr. Loomis, the one and only Dr. Loomis, to help her again.
Loomis.
Again. Meanwhile, the family that adopted Laurie Strode is living in the Myers house and are being stalked by Myers. It's the curse of Thorn that Michael is possessed by that... What? It's the curse of Thorn that Michael is possessed by that makes him kill his family. The curse of... Is that what... Is that
Curse
what...
of Thorn. That's the curse that Michael's cursed by.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
Look at that. And it's up to Tommy Doyle, the boy from Halloween, and Dr. Loomis to stop them all.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah. That movie
Alright.
sucked, by the way.
The new one should be coming out soon. The
I'm actually
the
kind of-
follow-up sequel to the 2018 one.
Is this...
Oh, the Rob Zombie one?
No,
No, it's not a zombie.
they made Halloween like 2018ish with Jamie Lee Curtis. It was like
Oh,
a direct
yeah.
sequel, basically.
Yeah.
This one's called Kills, I think.
Halloween Kills or something like that.
I think
yeah.
so, yeah.
Kills something.
I haven't
something.
seen the new one with Jamie
It's
Lee
not bad.
Curtis.
It's not bad. I mean, it's all right.
It's a Halloween movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, it was better than most of the sequels. So
Yeah, some of those are so bad.
Yeah.
Jesus. Number 8 is Village of the Damned,
all right. That's not terrible.
an American
It's Christopher
village.
Reeve, right?
If you say so.
Just keep reading.
Okay. An American
it's
village is visited by some unknown life form, which leaves the women of the village pregnant. 9 months later, the babies are born and they all look normal. But it doesn't take the parents long to realize that the kids are not human
Oh,
or humane.
Wait, Dad, I didn't know you went to a village.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one before. But the little kid on there is ugly as fuck.
It's like a remake,
Scary.
or it's like a remake, or like I think it's like a remake of a remake, possibly of a remake. Like I think they've made a bunch of these.
Really?
Supposedly. I got it. I'm good. All right, number 7 on our list is Castle Freak, which I think I've seen.
Castle.
I have.
Before I look, is this about a?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh, I think this is like a Frankenstein thing.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Frau Blucher.
Franken. I don't call you Igor.
Froderick.
Frederick. That's what it is.
Do you call yourself Froderick? No, it's Frederick. Then why is it Frankenstein? Because that's my name. Come on, Igor. No, it's Igor. Drink up.
Dude, I got his figure not that long ago.
Oh,
The little toy, they made an Igor toy.
did you really?
And they just came out with the Dr. Frankenstein one. I gotta pick that one up too.
That's amazing. What? Who makes the toys?
Mego?
Okay, so it's like not a pop
No.
or pop. what
No,
do
it's
they
an
call
actual. It's an actual like 8-inch, 7-inch figure.
You know who does some badass figures and shit like that is McFarlane Toys.
Yeah, I had a bunch of his
Dude,
stuff.
holy shit, his
I
stuff.
had all the movie
awesome.
Maniacs.
Did you really?
Sold most of them.
They're badass.
Speaking of toys, really quick side
Yeah.
note, brief side note. I
No,
told you.
fucking dork
So
here.
so Thursday, I went to the store. I went to Walmart,
Mhm.
and I always kind of look through the toys, see what they got, and I found another figure of our buddy Ray Rowe. So I'm like, I gotta fucking get it, right? So now I have 2 of his figures from the WWE, and I went to the Viking Festival this weekend, and I fucking saw Ray Rowe at the Viking Festival.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was sweet, dude. It was cool, man. I hadn't seen him in a long time.
How's he doing?
He's doing good, man. He had their kid with him, and he's
Oh, the baby.
4 months old.
Yeah, little
cute kid,
baby.
dude. They were
Yeah.
awesome, dude. We were talking about. He still lives around here.
Does
He
he?
lives out on the west side this way, out past like between basically here and Cedar Point. They have a big fucking farm. They got like they got cows and fucking whatever. Dude,
Wow. Why did I think that was like in a different state?
I
somewhere?
thought so too.
Because
But
he's got like
apparently
that video, the YouTube
yeah,
channel they have
always
and
see him
stuff.
on it. Yeah. So I talked to him for a little while, and I got to talk to Ray. And
Awesome.
I just thought it was funny that like Thursday I bought his toy, and then I saw him on Friday.
So we're talking about our friend Ray, who actually is in
Eric.
Eric
Part of
from the
the
Viking
War
experience
Raiders,
or the War
whatever.
whatever.
It is now.
yeah.
They've changed a couple of times. But
He is part of the WWE. He's
Yeah.
a wrestler. Him and his tag team
Yep.
partner. Yeah, and he's a very good friend. And yeah, he's a great dude.
I told him, I was like, yeah,
So go
me
check
and
him out.
John Sayer, we do a podcast. He's like, oh shit, no way. Yeah. So
I
Yeah.
love Ray. Ray's such a good guy.
he's a good dude.
Haven't
he's a
seen him in
good
so
dude.
long. But
Yeah, man. And it was funny because I walked up to him. I was just like, Ray, and he just kind of looked at me. I was like, Moody. He's like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, I figured you wouldn't. Figured you wouldn't recognize
Moody
me.
walks up like, dude, I just jerked off to your. I mean, it's good to
Well,
see
it's funny.
you.
I told my wife, I'm like, I think that was him, but like, everybody here looks like him because it was just a bunch of bald dudes with beards. I'm like, I mean,
Like you?
yeah.
So yeah, Ray's great.
Yeah.
Check those guys out too. If
So-
you guys are WWE fans
Little
or whatever, maybe you
tangent
know
on
them. Yeah.
toys.
So Castle Freak is a troubled couple and their
Is that what we were
blind
talking
daughter. Yes, blind daughter come to Italy to visit a 12th century castle they've inherited. Soon
Okay.
they are plagued by unexplained noises, mysteriously broken objects, and the daughter's claims of an unknown nocturnal visitor to her bedroom. Ugh.
Sexy.
When the excuse me, that's that high life. Ooh. When the housekeeper and a local prostitute are discovered savagely murdered in the castle's dungeon, John must unlock the castle's secret to save himself from jail and
Doesn't
his
necessarily
family.
sound like a Frankenstein.
I don't think this is the same movie.
Well, it's a freaky castle. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Freaky Friday?
Hmm.
Freaky Friday? No. Okay. Number 6 is Species.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Natasha Henstridge.
Yeah.
She was sexy.
Yeah.
I had her toy as well.
I'm sure you did.
It was the with nipples variant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it a blow up toy?
No. That was a McFarlane toy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was
Awesome.
a movie Maniac.
So in 1993, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Project receives a transmission detailing an alien DNA structure, along with the instructions on how to splice it with human DNA.
Oh shit, son.
The result is Syl, a sensual but deadly creature
Yeah, she
who can
was hot,
change from a beautiful woman to an armor-plated killing machine in the blink of an eye.
It's a good flick, man. And then they made like 3 more that were awful.
Government agent Xavier Fitch assembles a team of scientists and mercenaries to locate and destroy Syl before she manages to find a mate and breed.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I thought it was cool.
It wasn't bad, dude.
It was watchable.
I mean, it was 95 horror movie.
watchable.
It was like a 95 horror sci-fi movie. It wasn't bad.
yeah. Or that.
It was entertaining.
Yeah. The second one, not so good.
Her boobs were in it too. I mean, there you go.
I would hope so. Did she leave her boobs at home when she recorded it?
She may have. She may have. I don't know. She
Wait,
was-
hold on. We said boobs.
Boobs?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I hope your wife doesn't listen.
I know. She doesn't. So number...
Not many people do.
Shut your face. Number 5 is Copycat.
That was okay. Hold on, don't tell me. It was about what? It was somebody copycatting a famous murder. Was it the Night Stalker? No, not the Night Stalker. Son of Sam, maybe. One of those two, I think. I know Harry Connick was in it, and possibly Jake Gyllenhaal. I could be wrong though.
In San Francisco, the criminal psychologist Helen Hudson is specialized in serial killers. During a trial, the accused Daryl Lee Cullen kills a police officer and tries to kill her, and she becomes agoraphobic. Now Helen lives a reclusive life with her gay friend Andy that helps her. Sometime later, there is a wave of crimes.
It's just such a pointless thing to
I
put
know,
in there.
I put that in there. Yeah. I'm reading this from addictedtohorrormovies.com.
Yeah. So
by
if
the
you
way.
guys don't agree with this list,
Yeah,
you
I've got nothing to...
blame the internet.
Blame the internet. That's right. Don't blame us. Blame the internet. Sometime later, there is a wave of crimes, and detectives MJ Monahan and Ruben Getz are investigating the murder case. Helen identifies the murderer is copycatting notorious serial killers, and she anonymously contacts the police department. After 14 phone calls, she is identified by the police. Detectives MJ and Ruben visit her.
It took them 14
Yeah,
phone
I don't know
calls.
why. And
Now it's like 10 seconds, and they're like, "It's the John Sayer, isn't it?" You're like, "Fuck."
Well, they visit Helen and they team up and they prepare the profile of the killer that wants to be famous. But soon the copycat killer, Peter Foley, contacts and stalks Helen, and MJ and Ruben give protection to her. Will they be capable to stop Foley before the next murder?
Probably not.
I feel like I've seen this, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Harry Connick Jr. is in it at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't
maybe.
know. I don't know who else. There's somebody else famous. I don't remember, but is it
think so.
Sigourney Weaver? Is she the fucking?
Sigourney.
Now I gotta look.
Yeah, you got to look it up. Number 4 is Lord of Illusions.
Oh, I love that movie.
Good movie.
It's a great movie.
During a routine case in L.A., New York private investigator Harry DeMore stumbles over members of a fanatic cult who are waiting for the resurrection of their leader, Nix.
That's the dude from?
Nix.
It's the guy from fucking.
Yeah, couldn't tell you. I haven't
What's
seen any
the
of movies.
fucking spaceship movie?
2001:
Holy
Space Odyssey?
fuck! Why can't I think of it now?
Alien.
Star Trek.
Leviathan.
No, that's underwater.
The Core.
No, fucking
Evolution.
6'9".
no.
Damn, you're fine.
Really, you guys? For real? you guys are assholes. Whatever. I got nothing. Fuck. Anyways, it is Sigourney Weaver. I'm awesome. And Harry Connick Jr.
Is
so-
it really?
yeah.
Look at you.
You also said it was Jake Gyllenhaal as well too.
I thought it was Jake Gyllenhaal, but I was wrong. It's Dermot Mulroney.
Dermot Mulroney.
That's a interesting.
And Holly Hunter's in it.
Oh, good.
Dermot.
So during a routine case in L.A., again, we were talking about this.
Fucking
Nix,
that goddamn movie now.
13 years
I
ago.
love it, too.
Wait, are you talking about
Probably.
Deep Horizon or Event Horizon? There it
That's
is.
what
Yes.
I'm.
Okay.
There it is. It's the same guy that was in that one.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is that guy's name now?
He was in
Google it.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Wait, the old guy or the
doctor, the main doctor.
paleontologist?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they're all paleontologists. Never mind.
I fucking
Not
ass.
all of them.
So 13. Anyway, in this 13 years ago, Nix was gunned down by his best trainee, Swan. In the meantime,
anything.
Swan has advanced to a popular
Stop looking at me, Swan.
to a popular illusionist like David Copperfield, and is married to the charming Dorothea. There it is.
Dorothea.
She hires Damore to protect Swan against the evil cult members. A short time later, Swan is killed by one of his own tricks, and the occurrences are turning over, and it crackles between Dorothea and Damore. That's a whoever wrote these.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill.
Also, can I just
Is your name Bob and Neil, or is that just what you do?
can I just say that I'm very upset
You're always upset.
that the Rotten Tomatoes score for Event Horizon is 29%.
Yeah, it's very low.
9 times.
29%.
All right, number 3 is The Prophecy.
Oh, I love it.
It's a great movie.
Fucking Christopher Walken.
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's the one and only Christopher
Yeah.
Walken.
We haven't. How you been, man? We haven't heard from you in a while.
I've been all right.
Yeah?
It's been a while.
Yeah. We're actually just talking about your movie.
How have you been,
I've been okay. Thank you for asking. You're a very nice man. I appreciate
Mr.
it.
Moody?
Good.
Or shall I call you Mike?
What?
Never mind. You don't remember that, do you? From the skit, you were Mike.
Oh,
These boots are made for walking. Yeah,
dude,
from the skit.
You're right.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, so The Prophecy. Some people lose their faith because heaven shows them too little, says Tom Daggett.
such
But
a
how
good
many
movie,
people
dude.
lose their faith because heaven showed them too much?
Do you remember Zayo?
Huh?
The band Zayo?
Yeah.
There's a sample from this movie in the beginning of our songs. Is where like, I remember the first war,
Oh,
the
really?
way the sky burned, the faces of angels destroyed. Yeah, it's so good, dude.
So it's pretty awesome. Obviously.
Yeah, no, it's a great fucking movie.
And
Viggo Mortensen plays one of the best devils ever.
yeah, it's pretty badass. So if you haven't seen it, just go watch it. It's
One of
a
my
good thing.
favorite lines is from that movie where Viggo Mortensen goes, he's like, "We need to talk" or whatever, and the guy's like, says something to him. He's like, "I can lay you out and fill your mouth with your mother's feces, or we can talk." I'm like, yes,
That's crazy.
yes.
That's it. I'd be like, okay, let's talk.
Well, yeah, at that point.
Yeah. Number 2, Congo. No Congo.
I did not like that movie.
I
Is that
didn't
really
think
a
it was very
horror
good.
movie?
I
I
don't-
mean, I guess it is.
I guess
It's like a
because-
creature horror movie.
Yeah, because weren't they like just a bunch of jazzed up gorillas that just killed everybody?
Yeah, pretty much, right?
I mean, seriously, that's what they were, right?
Who was in that? That wasn't Ice Cube. No, that was Anaconda.
It
that was Anaconda, yeah.
Who was in Congo? Was Betty? No, that was Lake Placid.
It's the dude from freaking what's his
Is
name?
it Fishburne?
From the African guy from
Oh my gosh.
no, literally he's from Africa. The African guy from Oz that had the
Oz.
the show Oz
I
on
never saw
HBO.
it.
Oh fuck. And whatever. It doesn't tell me who's in these movies. I hate
know
this
that's the one
list.
thing I don't like about this list.
Anyway,
Congo.
whatever. Number 1, Demon Knight.
Yes.
Fucking awesome. I forgot.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the best soundtracks ever.
It's Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight.
Yeah, dude.
actually.
Watch
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Yes.
Fucking Billy Zane.
It's Billy Zane.
And the guy who played Death in Bill and Ted is the main.
Bill, what's his name? It's not Paxton.
No.
Pullman. Bill Pullman.
No, it's not Bill Pullman.
It's Bill Pullman.
It's not Bill Pullman.
Okay, look it up real quick.
All right, fine. It's Ernie Hudson, by the way. is in
Ernie Hudson's in Congo?
Yeah.
Oh. No, that's not the guy I was talking about at all.
Or whatever. He's in it.
He's African American, not African.
Whatever, bro.
Anyway.
Demon Knight. What the hell is that guy's name? Such a good
I'm
movie,
telling you,
though,
I
dude.
think
It's not Bill Pullman.
It's not Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman was the fucking Independence Day president.
Oh, yeah.
That's Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Is it Bill though? Is it Bill
I
something?
think it's Bill.
William Sadler.
Bill Sadler.
Yep.
All right.
He also was in. He's been in a ton of
He's
shit.
been in a bunch of stuff. Yeah, he was
He's
deaf
good.
in
Yeah, that's why I said Bill and Ted.
If you guys haven't seen Demon Knight, first of all, I don't want to talk to you right now. Second of all, it's an amazing movie. It's
So good, dude.
I hate this site is just so full of convoluted shit. Basically, a demon comes back, lots of demons, and they want to fucking there's a little vial that has blood, the blood of Christ in
The
it.
blood of Christ.
Yeah, and
it turns out. Oh, we can't give away.
Yeah,
spoilers
we don't
because
wanna
We're not
talk
going to
too
give
much
away too
about
many.
It's a good movie.
But he was so William Sadler was protecting it,
Yes.
and he had that mark on his hand
Yeah.
from the thing.
Such a good
And they
movie.
found him, and then he has to find somebody else to, he has to
Yep.
find someone else
He had
to
to
protect it.
Keep going on to protect
And
it.
it turns out that this person is somebody special, and blah blah blah.
Soundtrack is amazing. Back
fuck
when they
yeah,
actually had
dude.
soundtracks to movies.
Cemetery Gates is on that soundtrack. There's a
Hey Man,
Machine
Nice
Head-
Shots
there's
on
a
there.
Machine Head song on that
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah,
that's
there
all.
we
That's the opening scene where he's driving on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell
it's
yeah,
so
dude.
badass. All right, so passengers, listen. We hope you enjoy your ride with us.
And if you didn't, fuck off.
That's what Moody says. Anyway, on the Alphabet Murders, a very crazy, fucking,
Yeah, it's cool.
really,
Cray,
really
cray.
heart wrenching story, and hopefully one day we find out who the fuck did this bullshit, or who
Yeah, I don't know,
multiple
man.
people did it, or whatever.
I don't know. I think everybody involved is dead,
Yeah,
or will be shortly.
and let's hope so. So
Yeah,
join us
agreed.
next week where we are going to be talking about the Aokigahara.
You want to try that again?
Aokigahara.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got this.
We're making sushi.
You
No.
sure?
It's actually the suicide forest of Honshu, Japan.
Oh.
Speaking of which, there is a song called 1-800-SUICIDE on the Demon Knight soundtrack.
Yes, that's
By the
from
Gravediggers.
Gravediggers. Called
Featuring, is that
1-800
RZA?
Suicide.
RZA's, I think, in that.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't think any of the Wu-Tang guys.
Yeah,
were in that.
RZA. He was briefly in the early Gravediggers. I
Really?
believe,
That
yeah.
song's amazing.
I think it's the RZA.
So this place over in Honshu, Japan, has witnessed over 500 confirmed suicides since 1950. All right, it's a lot.
A couple.
We're gonna dive into that. And we're gonna find out why
That's
this place
depressing
is
as
so.
shit.
It is super depressing, but we'll try to keep it not so depressing without being malicious in any way. It's gonna be interesting, and just crazy. So make sure to stop over to our official website, themidnighttrainpodcast.com. At our website, you can buy some super sweet merchandise.
Super sweet.
And I just designed 3 new shirts that just dropped recently, which is the
Hey, baby.
Hey Baby shirts, and then the Don't Blame Us,
Hey, baby.
Blame the Internet, Hey Baby. And the Speed Impossible shirt.
Speed.
My favorite.
Impossible.
That's right. And those are all up there right now, along with the Fecal Fighter shirt, the Don't Be a DeSalvo shirt, and the Switchblade wielding Jersey Raccoon shirt.
That's a good one.
There's a
I
lot.
love that
There's
one.
a lot of cool shirts up there that go along with the show. So make sure you guys go there and buy yourself
you
some
guys
merch.
really should be wearing these shirts.
Yes.
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 Not only will you be helping us, you're making yourself look cool.
Help us help you.
Seriously, we're just trying to help.
Right. Help us help you. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna be like, "That's a cool shirt." I forgot to tell you, I was at where was I?
I don't
I was
know.
at BJ's wholesale, getting me some like 55-gallon drums of pickles and shit. And I was walking down the thing, and I had my "Don't Be a DeSalvo" shirt on, and I'm like walking down the aisle, and I just hear this dude laughing, like, "Ha ha 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 ha!" I'm like, I look over, and this guy's standing there, he's like, "That shirt's amazing." I'm like, "Hey,
It
I'm
is
like,
a great shirt.
if you like that, you should check out the podcast."
That's right. Because DeSalvo was
It's hilarious.
Yeah, he was
It's just a stupid face. It's
just
"Don't Be a
dumb.
DeSalvo." And if you
Right.
know who he is, it's funny as fuck.
It's amazing, especially if you know who he is. You know what I mean?
He's a moron.
He's a dumbass. So when listeners keep asking how they can keep the steam in our engines and keep on going, well, if you like what you hear from us, consider being a producer of the show. Be one of the cool guys by heading over to themidnighttrainpodcast.com and clicking on the Patreon button, or just simply go to patreon.com/the Midnight Train Podcast.
We've gotten a few new ones recently.
Yes, we have.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. For as little as $5 a month, you can get all kinds of shit like custom shirt, custom poster, custom sticker, bonus episodes like that. You know,
By the way, we're getting paid in pounds now.
yeah. We have a British listener.
Patreon from across the pond,
Yeah,
baby.
and that's
Thank
pretty cool.
you.
So the bonus episodes
That's
are
awesome.
stacking up. Make sure you guys are checking them out. And they're super fun. The bonus episodes are a little more, I guess, they're loose. Yeah, they're fun. So if you're a diehard Midnight Train fan and
like
you want to
your
help,
butthole.
my new bidet says, all right.
You gotta get in there.
That's right.
Clean that.
So if you want to help us out and you want to be a freaking amazing producer, our Patreon is for you. For those of you that would rather just leave a one-time donation, hey, just go over to PayPal. Use the email address, the Midnight Train Podcast.
First person that leaves us a PayPal donation from our email will get a free sticker.
Ooh, I like
It only
that.
has to be a penny.
Just send it
Penny,
to
5 cents, could be 10 cents.
the Midnight Train Podcast at gmail.com.
You get a free sticker.
Free sticker. You
You'll
hear
get it. You know what?
What?
I'll send you a fucking Save from Moody sticker.
Ooh,
Oh,
you get a
it's all
Safe from Moody sticker?
If you send
That's
us a
for
fucking
that's Patreons only, by the way.
yeah, and if you send us even a penny through our PayPal from our email,
You'll be
I'll
safe.
send you a Save from Moody
If
sticker.
I get a penny sent over to
It
us,
has to be someone that's not a Patreon subscriber already,
okay.
though.
Okay. Well, they already have stickers. So
Exactly.
also, you can easily like, subscribe, and rate us on your favorite podcast platform, and most importantly, share the Midnight Train to everyone, please.
Yeah.
It takes only a couple of minutes.
We're getting there, man.
Yeah.
It's spreading.
Absolutely,
like herpes.
like a bad virus.
We're herpes. We are herpes. We're the herpes of the podcast world.
Because we're never going to go away.
Nope. And every once in a while we pop in there and we're just like, hey, remember us?
Remember
Still
me?
here. Yeah.
It's so gross. We can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support. You know that. You know how much you mean to us. You guys really do keep the train moving. And thank you guys tremendously. A very special thank you to, where's my noise, buddy? I want to say thank you.
I just got a shirt. I just got a t-shirt idea in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a herpes one?
It's like a mouth with like herpes sores that are our faces on it.
That sounds horrible, but I love it.
Fucking
I
great.
love it.
You said I had it. You said I could design a
Yep,
shirt.
I did.
That's the shirt I'm making
You
right
can design
there.
a shirt.
That's gonna be the
face,
moody.
though?
That's the one.
Can we like chainsaw or something?
No, it's gonna be us.
The face itself. That's gonna
could
have
be-
the mouth.
Chainsaw's face.
Love you, chainsaw. Sorry.
Oh, dude, all right, I'm
And on
on
his
it.
lips, it's
I'm fucking on it, dude. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be
Oh
amazing.
my god. That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
Holy shit!
I love that.
What happens when you put two
Phenomenal.
half a brains together?
That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Sorry, I just.
All right, make
ready?
that noise for me, buddy. Thank you to our superhero Patreon producers, Margaret Atkins, Colleen Cox, Pumpkin Escobar, Mac Doherty, Gina Madison, Janet Sherrill. By the way, again, congratulations. Heather Gilmore, Laura Randall, Chad Flint, Cheryl Pierce, Chris McLeod, Justin Kowalczyk, Rob Webb from the Funbox Podcast.
Woo, what?
Check
He
those
just
guys
got
out.
he just had a milestone of YouTube subscribers.
Ooh, did he?
He hit a bunch, like 600 or something.
Look at this guy.
I could be wrong. It might have been 60, but who knows?
Either way, Rob's awesome. Make sure you
Yeah,
check
yeah.
him out. Christina Skelton and Jessica Bartolome from the Sisters Skelton podcast.
They're doing a cool episode this week. Their new episode is like,
Is it about us?
obscure serial killers.
So yes.
Could be.
I mean, maybe. It's creepy. Sorry. Anyway, check them out. They're amazing. The Sisters Skelton podcast.
Yeah, the new episode looks good.
Maria Gibbs, Chainsaw,
Herpes.
Jigsaw, Craig Spurlock, Rick Resler, Courtney Batchelor, Katie Bramanick, and our boy Bill Birch.
Oh, good for you.
If you want your name to be mentioned on the show and you want to help out and support our stupid asses, become a Patreon producer because you guys
To
literally.
be fair, we're not stupid. We just act stupid.
correct.
Well, me and you aren't stupid.
Aw.
I don't know him well enough yet.
Oh. Trust me, he's not.
He's given me no indication otherwise.
Hey, you said I look smarter than I am smarter than I look. You know? That was good.
Well, I rest my case.
So thank you
folks.
guys so much. And listen, check out those bonuses. Those bonuses are where it's at, folks.
Yeah,
and,
man. We got some good ones coming up.
Yeah, and if you are a Patreon subscriber and you have not received your Safe from Moody sticker, please let us know. And we will get those sent out to you immediately. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And if we keep going on Twitch, you're going to see John's nipples.
Maybe. So stay safe out there, passengers. And as always, shoot, motherfuckers!
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Turns into maggot pie. Your liver starts to liquefy. And for the living, all is well as you sink further into hell. And the flames rise up to drag you down into the fire where you will drown. Your skin melts off as you descend, and Satan tears you limb from limb. Your suffering will never end, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They'll eat your guts and then shit them out. And when your bones begin to rot, the worms remain, but you do not. So don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for someday you'll be the one to die. And when death brings his cold despair, ask yourself, will anyone care?